Oh, I'm muted. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys doing, man? How are you guys doing? Hopefully, you guys are having an amazing morning. Off the rip, coming to market open. We are literally ripping through every setup that I have. Unfortunately, I don't have much of a bias just yet. Kind of, but I rather not use it. But yeah, guys, we are literally ripping up coming to market open. We are inversing every single setup to the upside. I was debating, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, coming to market open, I was debating taking longs off open from this drawn liquidity here that we took out right over here. But I told myself to kind of hold back. As much as I kind of want to take longs from these two inverses, from this drawn liquidity sweep here that we had at like maybe 8 in the morning. I'm gonna hold off on this drawn liquidity just because not that it's bad, but I lately I just haven't really been liking taking trades off open. I feel like playing it safe, maybe avoiding one or two setups off open is much better than taking it because it's much more risky due to a ton of volume, not so much of a trend, not so much of a structure. I mean, so yeah, although we do have some setups here in which even if we would have taken it, it would have been, we would have had some trouble here. Um you guys have maybe realized that lately, um, we haven't really been trading the open, like the first few minutes of market open, and I honestly prefer that, right? So yeah, although we are pumping up here and all that good stuff, and inversing some fair value gaps, we're gonna hold off for a few more minutes, see what the market wants to do, see how the market wants to react. Do we want to chop off open? Do we want to rip? Do we want to trend? Do we want to reverse? I mean, we need to be able to identify that stuff before we take any trade, right? Especially off open, right? I mean, how many times lately have we taken a trade in the first 10 minutes of market open, and it turns out that we ended up taking a trade before the chop even started. We took it as the chop was starting out, right? So I'm gonna avoid this one, right? But once again, hopefully you guys are having a good morning. If you guys are tuning in, welcome, 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 welcome. All right, guys. Now let me go ahead and put out that I'm live on YouTube over here, really, really quick. Give me 1 second. Let me just prepare for the morning here. Let me see. There you go. All right, perfect. But yeah, guys, we're getting some really good buying pressure up here. We are breaking past the VWAP. We do have a D-wall sweep here. Like I said, it's not something I'm too very interested in using. Um, but we are creating some 5-minute and 15-minute gaps here in which we could use as we head deeper into market open. All right. But yeah, now guys, actually I'll talk about it later. But yeah, let me just make sure everything is live. Okay. Yo, David, I can't find the Discord live channel. Um, Get it. There you go. Anyways, so we just took out the high here. So either way, we don't really need this level of liquidity anymore. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and relocate it to the New York low that we just... Actually, no, not the New York low. The pre-market low here at 915 at 997. Why are we ripping off open so hard? I don't really know, to be honest. Maybe it's just a bunch of buying pressure off the rip. Hold on, guys. Let me see something. Because some of you in the chat is having some problems with the... Let me see. Let me just fix it up for them. But yeah, guys, we just finished checking out a level of liquidity here in which we can definitely really use here. Let me open up my YouTube chat here in my other computer so I can read the YouTube chat. YouTube, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? All right, there you go. But yeah. Anyways, so let me see. Okay, so yeah. So coming to market open, guys. Once again, sorry for not really talking too much. I have like 10 people DMing me. I'm trying to start up the stream here on YouTube. I'm doing like a million things right now, guys. But yeah, let me see. Let me see. Gosh, now my phone's on the way. One sec, guys. Let me just organize all this. Okay, there you go. Okay, oh my gosh, what the heck? Dude, I looked away for 2 seconds and we pumped up like 100 more points, bro. Are you serious? Dude, I literally looked away for 2 seconds, bro. Like, what? Yo. Okay, well, guys, so I wasn't paying attention for 2 seconds because I was catching up on my YouTube chat. But I mean, okay, well, a second ago we were on 175 and now we're at 250. Okay, well, okay. Anyways, So looking at market open, obviously we can all see that we are literally ripping up here like crazy. We are approaching a very strong level of liquidity here at 30,263.75, which is this rejection point over here. If you go on like the higher time frame, like the 1 hour time frame, you would see exactly what I'm talking about. All right. Now we might have a little bit of an issue because we have a setup here, but if you pay attention, this setup is right in. We have a drawn liquidity right inside of the setup, which could be a little bit tricky to take. Right, look at the market right now. Yes, we are pumping up like crazy, but this setup kind of reminds me of a setup like yesterday, where if you guys remember, before we took the longs for the 200-point trade, we ended up taking shorts and unfortunately getting stopped out. Why exactly? I couldn't really find the exact reason, but a big thing that I did notice is that we did take that trade while the market was oversold. Right, and that's typically something you guys know that I don't do. Like I just don't like trading when the market's overbought or oversold. Right now, I'm not really saying the market is overbought coming to market open, but we definitely do have some room for a pullback. I mean, we have a 5-minute fair value gap here, a 15-minute fair value gap here that we do need to retrace into. We have taken out so far 2 levels, almost 3 levels of liquidity. So looking at the current momentum, yes, we can look to take longs from this inverse off this 5 and 15-minute bearish value gap. But the thing is it really that safe? I mean, I would personally prefer a pullback first before we see higher. So if anything, I might just hold off from the setup. Plus, we are still in the 10-minute range coming into market open. So I don't know how safe it is. Just because, there's so much buying pressure and all that good stuff, right? So for now, I guess I'll just watch the setup. I'm sure it'll inverse and we get some points out of it. But I'd rather be more safe than sorry. Like I said, I don't really prefer taking trades when the market's so overbought like this. I prefer actually taking it as we're pumping, not once the pump has already happened. So yeah, I'm gonna see how we react off 263. Like I said, with so much buying pressure, I'm sure we're gonna hold above it and inverse this fair value gap, but you never know, right? Now, if we can get a rejection from this fair value gap with the DOL sweep back lower, then I can get you guys a really good trade, right? Because then we can just look to inverse this fair value gap, wait for a VWAP breakout, and maybe just target these lows down here, which would not be bad at all. And the fact that we're getting a rejection exactly at 263 is wonderful. Right now, the question is okay, yeah, it looks like we're getting a rejection, but are we actually going to end up rejecting? Are we going to get a reversal? Are we going to go down? Or is this just a simple pullback, right? So there's a lot of questions to be asked here, but so far, looking at this exact rejection here off 263 is pretty exciting. Right now, obviously, I'm not going to get too ahead of myself and tell you guys, oh, we're reversing, which we kind of are. I mean, obviously, there's not enough data, like there's not enough red candles, there's not enough momentum, there's not enough volume to know that we're going to full on reverse. But seeing us reject off this fair value gap with the DOL sweep off not 1, but 2 levels is pretty nice, right? So what are we going to do here? Well, if you look at the 5-minute time frame or the 15-minute, but we don't have to focus on the 15-minute. We can focus on the 5-minute instead because they're both the same gaps, but the 5-minute closes a lot earlier. What we could do here is we can go ahead and just mark out our fair value gap, which is going to close in about 45 seconds, just like this. Unless in the given world, which I don't know if it's even possible, in the next 35 seconds, if we dump down 150 points and close out the gap, then we're not going to have a setup. But for now, we are definitely going to have a setup, right? So what we can look for is, what we can put here is, I guess we could just do like hold below this DOL equals bearish bias, right? Since we are basing our bias from that hourly high, once again, if you guys go on the higher time frame, like the 1 hour, you guys will see that we have a 1 hour, a 5-minute, and a 15-minute bearish value gap. Let me drink some water real quick. That's really good. That's really good. Wow. I have not drank water all morning today, guys. Anyways, so yeah, looking at the higher time frame, as you guys see, we kind of rejected off the exact point in the previous rejection, which was at 263. All right. So if we're, once again, I don't know if we're gonna reject. Like I said, this could just be a pullback. If we pump up, I probably won't be as interested in this fair value gap, just because you're taking a trade 18 points above a level of liquidity. So let's just imagine we pump up, right? We inverse this fair value gap and you get an 18-point pullback, well, 20. Well, then you're screwed. Well, why are you screwed? Because if price gets the tiniest pullback, it really goes against your whole confirmation of being bullish, right? Because if we get an 18-point pullback from our entry, right, you go back bearish, which is a little bit of an issue. Right now, another issue that we may have, well, temporarily at least, is if we inverse the fair value gap and we end up being super, super bullish above 263 into the 400s, I don't have any other setup to inverse. So the next best thing that we can do if we want to catch longs up here, which I hope we don't because I look want to trade some downside, is we might need to create a 5 minute gap on the way up and just retrace into that and then just trade the retracement back higher. Right, that's another possibility. But for now, I'm not the most interested in this inverse of this bearish rally gap on the 1 hour, 5 and 15 minute time frame, just because I mean it's kind of like whatever. To be honest, I mean it's not whatever. I mean it is a little bit old from like last week Tuesday. Um, but I mean for the most part, I just don't like it because we have a level of liquidity inside of this rally gap. There you go. But yeah, so far, I mean, we'll see. Like I said, obviously, I'm not expecting a full on. How come the chart isn't loading? Yo, guys, is my screen share working good? Let me know. Let me know. I can quickly restart it if you guys want. Last two fair value gaps have a time limit. Not really, no. But I've noticed that newer fair value gaps are more likely to be respected than older ones. I'm not saying older ones don't work. I'm just saying they may not just be as consistent. Right? It's working. Okay, perfect. I'm just making sure. Just making sure. Right now, someone say here, do you ever use ES for SMTs? Sometimes, not always, but you know, if ES is moving really aggressively compared to NQ, then yes, I will use ES as more of like a guide, like an SMT. Yeah, pretty much, but not always. Like today, for example, I don't really care about ES too much. I'm not even sure what it's doing. I haven't even looked at it. But yeah, now one thing I was gonna say, guys, is obviously I'm not expecting like a full on U-turn like this back down into this inverse, but you know, I want to start expecting more of an MSS model heading into this inverse. So something, not something like this that looks more like this, right? Where we pump up, we take out the drawn liquidity, and then we go instantly down. No, I'm not expecting this, right? But what I do want to look for, which will give us more confirmations into potentially taking shorts this morning, is maybe more of a setup where we take out the drawn liquidity and then we work our way down by creating lower highs and lower lows until buyers eventually lose interest and sellers dump this down once we've created our MSS model by creating higher highs and higher lows into creating lower highs and lower lows from this 263 level of liquidity, right? So once again, if you guys see a little bit of buying pressure here and there, you know, it's pretty normal. I mean, once again, coming to market open, we had the whole world of buyers coming in. So obviously don't expect all buyers to step in and then randomly they just disappear and it's only sellers. No, right? Obviously there's still going to be a little bit of buyers for the next few minutes because there's so much momentum and so much buyer interest. The question is do we want to form an MSS model from the 30,000 to 63 range? If we can, that not only does that give us a bearish bias, but also gives us a bearish trend confirmation. We mix those two together, we get enough selling pressure, we get our bearish entry, we wait for the VWAP breakout, we enter off the inverse, and then we have room for lower, which is, to be exact, about 55 points into PT1, 75 points into PT2, and about 120 points into PT3. So not bad. And the fact that we're getting a green to red candle right now is pretty promising, if you ask me. I actually really like that, right? So right now, I would say we are going to be approaching this 5-minute fair value gap. I'm not going to tell you guys like, hey, don't don't get too excited, because all this could be, guys, is a simple pullback. Remember, guys, yes, right now we are bearish, and yes, we are bearish below 263. But you guys need to keep in mind that we are approaching a very big 5-minute bullish rally gap and a VWAP. All right, so once again, since price is moving super aggressively, all this could be is just a big pullback before we seek higher. All right, and as you guys see, we just flipped this candle from green to red back to green, right, after we retraced into the fair value gap, and we're getting even more buying pressure approaching the candle high. So once again, I'm not saying, anything, but, that was a possibility. All right, now the question is what do we want to do in this candle? So far, coming to market open, if I'm not lying, if I'm not, if I'm being honest, it's kind of looking a little bit choppy, right? Which is why I was telling you guys, a little bit coming to market open, I don't want to rush anything, off the rip, right? Why am I saying it looks a little bit choppy, right? You might be wondering, David, it's only green candles. What are you talking about? Well, if you look at these candles, they kind of look a little bit lost, right? Once we took out all of these levels of liquidities here and we are rejecting off the 5-minute fair value gap, right? We had the one candle, which was very directional, right? Which is the pumping up candle. Then we have this candle, which, we can consider it more of a rejection candle where we pumped up, hit the level of liquidity at 263, hit the fair value gap, rejected back down. Then this candle is the one that's worrying me a little bit because we tried pumping, then dumping, now pumping again, and now we're pumping here. So I don't know how stable this price is. Like I said, I'm not going to take this inverse here. The main reason is first of all, we don't have that many candles to gather our data for this open, and also this fair value gap has a level of liquidity right inside of it. So if we take it and we get the slightest pullback of 20 points, our bias flips bearish, even though we're stuck in longs. So I'd rather not do that, right? So I'd rather just wait for a reversal in the most, for the most part, but we'll see. All right, guys. Let me see. Not gonna lie, ES is gonna grab the high first. Well, to be honest, we already grabbed all the highs that we need on NQ. Like we literally took out every single high nearby. Our next high is all the way at 30,417, right? Which is all the way up here on the 15-minute time frame or the 5-minute time frame, right? Longs could actually work. Yeah, I'm not saying they can't work. I'm just saying I just don't really prefer them because once again, I mean, the market right now looks a little bit lost on its own, right? The volume looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But as far as the setup goes, the setup is okay. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can inverse this and you can trade into the 400s. I'm not saying it can't work. And we have pretty good buying pressure and, buyer interest. But the thing is, it's just this lineup here is the one that can really ruin it. Right now, buyers, yes, they look like they're interested, but they look a little bit lost, right? Yes, we have green candle, green candle, green candle. But if you look at every green candle, it's wick after wick after wick. And we're not breaking out, at least not yet. Right? So, like I said, we could reverse. I'm not saying it can't work. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying I'm just not the most interested in this one setup right over here. All right. Someone's here. Do you have an indicator for your value gaps? Yes, I do. I'll just send it over to you right here. Amy, there you go. I'm looking forward to your journaling site, bro. Yeah, bro, guys. We're hoping, fingers crossed. I got a lock in today, guys, so I probably won't be trading Asia tonight again. But guys, what's it called? Tomorrow we're planning on releasing our journaling site, guys. I'm a little bit nervous, bro. This has been months in the making and hours upon hours upon hours upon hours in making. But it's finally ready, right? Both yesterday and today, we're just adding some final tweaks and making sure everything works. But hey, guys, we're launching tomorrow, guys. Oof, I'm nervous. I really hope you guys like it. I know you guys will like it, at least for the people that do use it. But you need to be encouraged to obviously improve and actually find the time to journal. So that's one thing, right? Obviously we are implementing AI, but we're not going to be automating a journal. That kind of ruins the whole point of learning. You know what I mean? So yeah. So we've added a bunch of features, a bunch of things that we know will help you guys, a bunch of guides and everything. But yeah, guys, I'm nervous, man. I really, really hope you guys enjoy it. Once again, it's gonna be free for some time, so we want everyone to use it. Give us some suggestions, some feedback, maybe find some bugs, see how you like it, and all that good stuff before we fully launch. Right? There's gonna be kind of like a beta. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm a little bit nervous, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but yeah, we're gonna try to launch tomorrow, guys. All right, we're gonna try. I'm gonna make sure that everything tonight is all set up and ready. I felt that we were fully ready, but I was working on some stuff last night, and I still need to finish some stuff today. So yeah, but I really, really hope you guys are gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna send out the link tomorrow, maybe do a stream on it and everything, and all that good stuff. All right, guys. So yeah. When does the premium offer end? Most likely tomorrow. I did tell you guys that once I did launch the site, or I did say once I rebranded the Discord, which I'm not gonna rebrand it off the bat, but I'll probably turn off the discount tomorrow just to put more focus on the website. So yeah, once again, if you guys do want to get some the premium discount for 80% off, I am gonna be turning off this code tomorrow, most likely. Just so I can put more focus on the brand rather than the premium and the discount. Don't worry, like let me reword that. I'm still gonna put my focus in the premium. Like I'm still gonna be live trading and everything. Nothing's changing. But what I'm saying is I want to encourage you guys to check out more of the website rather than the premium. I mean, so if you guys do want to join the premium for 80% off, 1 free month included, and the indicator access, just click this link over here. I'm gonna send it over in my YouTube chat as well. Before I move on to the next topic. So yeah, if you guys do want to join the premium before I turn off this discount, just click that link and it should work. It should be good. Someone's here. Didn't NQ make an equal high on the 1 hour? Yes, it actually did. That's the same exact level that I have marked out here, right at 263. The only thing I'm waiting for is a fair value, a fair value projection and a drawn liquidity sweep, which we kind of have still right now. But as you guys see, the market is a little bit choppy, as you guys can see here. So yeah, I'm not rushing anything just yet. I'm trying to wait for a reversal. My hopes aren't really too high since we haven't had a single red candle in the last 20 minutes since market open. So yeah, hopefully we get one soon. I mean, it does seem like we are getting some buyer exhaustion somewhere around this high up here. So we should be able to have sellers stepping in sometime soon. Question is when and how strong are they going to be, right? If they even step in. I mean, right now we're still trying to pump up here. So not the best market in the world, if I'm being honest, but yeah. Let me see. You blast. You DM me yesterday about the 80% off. Were you able to add it to my account? I believe so. Yes. Yeah, I believe I did. I did. Yeah. So you okay? I got you guys. Yeah, I'll check it out. Dano. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we're really pumping here. Like I said, guys, I'm gonna ignore this for value gap. It's just not in my best interest. You guys know I don't typically like too long or inverse take inverses with a level of liquidity nearby. I'm not saying the setup can't work. I'm just saying it's not one that I typically usually take. All right, so obviously with this one, I'm just gonna delete it. Obviously, since we already inversed it, there's no point of looking for a rejection or anything, and I'm not gonna inverse it, so I'm not really too interested in taking it, right? But we are getting some buying pressure here. Now, on the bright side, right? Just because we're not taking this for value gap does not mean we're going to stay cash up here. Because what we could do is, if you guys really pay attention, especially to the higher time frames, you guys may see that above 263, above the draw liquidity here at 263, we have nothing stopping us until 417. For example, if you go on the 15-minute time frame, we took out 263, we're holding above it, equaling a bullish bias. If you scroll back, the next level of liquidity or the next rejection, hence the next level of liquidity, is all the way up here at 417. You can find this level on the 5 or 15-minute time frame right over here. As you guys see, as the market was crashing like a month ago, right? Yeah, pretty much like a month ago. We dumped, pulled back, found this high, dumped, pulled back, found this high, and then dumped again. So the next best level of liquidity is at 417. Now, you might be wondering, okay, well, if the next best level is at 417, how can we trade into it, right? Since we already skipped out on a inverse, right? What can we do here? Well, guys, if you look at the 5-minute time frame, you guys can see that this candle right here is pretty big, right? In fact, it's over 110 points. Right, so what we can do here is in the next 2 minutes, if this candle can close like maybe like up here or up here, right, we can have ourselves a very bullish rally gap above 263. So what does this mean? Well, if you have a bullish rally gap with a bullish bias and room for higher, instead of looking for our typical inverse, what we can do instead is maybe look for a retracement into the fair value gap, get a bounce, enter off that bounce, and then just trade it into the drawn liquidity above, which is 417, right? So we could definitely look to do that. All right, guys. But in the meantime, once again, I'm still not loving this market all that much. Just because we're getting a very big candle right now does not take away from the fact that we were chopping for the last 20 minutes or so right over here until we eventually broke out, right? So we're gonna see if we can catch anything. Hopefully we can. Right now my main focus is mainly just look for more of a retracement model as long as we're able to hold above 263. So I'll quickly just change this to hold above this drawn liquidity equals bullish bias, and then we go from there. All right, guys. But yeah. Anyways, let me close my door. Okay. So someone said here, do you mean continuation when you say retracement? Yeah, same thing, right? Pretty much what a retracement is pretty much just a pullback before we seek higher, right? So yeah, pretty much a retracement, a continuation model. You know, all we're doing is pulling back and then continuing higher in this direction, right? So yes, pretty much continuation model, right? 10 a.m. news. We don't have 10 a.m. news today, right? Oh, shut up. Oh yeah, we do. We have Jolt's job, dude. I haven't heard of Jolt's job openings in forever, bro. Hey, Blast. How do I claim access to my indicator? I lost it. Just make sure you have your trading view linked to your WAP, and once you have that, just go to the indicator section on WAP and just click claim indicator, and it'll be there. If you need help, just let me know. But those are typically the steps. You know what I mean? So you can do it on your end. But yeah, we do have news today. Do we have news tomorrow? We definitely have news tomorrow. Yeah. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Well, yeah. Tomorrow we definitely have news. Tomorrow we have the new chairman actually speaking. Ooh, at 9 in the morning. What do you guys think he has to say? We'll find out. All right. But yeah, he's speaking tomorrow at 9 in the morning. So that's gonna be pretty interesting coming to market open. Very, very interesting. So I'll probably just be more careful tomorrow off open. But today we do have Jolt's job openings. So yeah. I don't really think this really moves the markets too much, but every time I say that, it actually ends up moving the markets more than I expected. So I'm not gonna say anything this time. In fact, I'm gonna say it because I actually want the markets to move. I don't think this is gonna do anything off like when it releases. But anyways, looking at the 5-minute time frame, guys, as you guys see, we actually ended up creating the fair value gap. Not the biggest fair value gap, not the cleanest fair value gap. As you guys see, we do have a little bit of a wick here, but it still is a pretty valid fair value gap, regardless, right? So the question is here is how can we trade off this? Do we want to inverse it? Do we want to look for a retracement model? What do we want to do off this fair value gap? right? So in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare myself just in case we do end up getting a trade. I'm not really saying I'm gonna get a trade off this fair value gap. I'm gonna see how we react off of it in the first place. But maybe we can get NQ longs, maybe we can get NQ shorts. To be honest, if we get shorts, well, we can use this into shorts. Well, that's gonna be a little bit tricky because we have a drawn liquidity here. Ooh, I'm gonna have to see how the selling pressure looks to take that. Yeah, in the meantime, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare to see if we can catch a setup from this. I mean, catch a trade from this setup in the first place. Whether we retrace, inverse, whatever the case could be. All right. But let me just prepare here. And for the stop loss, okay, so if anything, we could just place our stop loss here at 263. So that won't be pretty bad. We could probably do like more. How many points are we averaging per candle? I wouldn't be surprised if it's 100 plus. Yeah, 100 plus. 91. Okay, not okay. Okay, our first normal candle, 60 points. So if anything, we do more like a 60-point stop loss. From the drawn liquidity here. Yeah, we'll see. Now, taking this fair value gap is going to be a little bit tricky if I'm not mistaken. Just because the thing is, by the time that this candle closes, which is in 3 minutes from now, guys, here's the problem. When the next candle opens up, you might be thinking, okay, well, David, why don't we just wait and see for an inverse? I mean, for an inverse or a retracement or whatever the case may be. Well, yes, you're right. That's what we want to look for, right? But here's the problem. In 2 minutes from now, news is coming out. So what happens if news comes out too volatile and we instantly go through this fair value gap or make the trade happen in like 3 seconds, right? That's what I'm worried about a little bit, right? Now, it is just orange folder and it's just Jolt's job openings. So it maybe won't be that crazy, but we definitely will see, we'll notice it. We'll notice the volume spiking up for a split second. The only thing I'm worried about is what if that volume spikes, we get the entry instantly and I can't alert it in time, right? Or can't take it in time because I'm waiting for confirmations. Right, so that's the only downside to this setup here. We have everything confirmed. Like we have a bullish bias, we have good buying pressure, we have a good trend, we have room for higher, we have a good value gap, we have good everything. Right. The only thing is the news. Right. How will the market react to this news? Will it completely take out our bullish bias? Will it do nothing? Will it reverse us? What is it gonna do? Is it gonna pump us up higher into the 417s without a retracement? It could be a million things. Right, so we need to see how we react off this fair value gap right over here, if we can even get a reaction. But if we can, we could probably look for some longs here. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm kind of contradicting myself a little bit, like yesterday. Because as you guys may or may not know, yesterday for our first trade, not the one that we caught 200 points from, but the first one where we got stopped out. That trade, we ended up taking shorts while the market was crashing or dumping really hard. And yeah, we took shorts as the market was dumping really hard. And it turns out that we looked back at the charts and the market dumped 600 points before we actually took the entry. So that's what I'm worried about today. Because right now the market has pumped up for nearly 400 points, over 340 points to the upside, which is beautiful. All right, but the thing is are we overbought? Does the market want higher? That's the question that's going to be a little bit tricky. All right, because the thing is, if we take longs off this, right? What if the market is like, okay, well, buyers have already done their things, it's kind of over. So I definitely don't want to be buying up here. So we'll see how we react off this. Now we are creating another fair value gap on the 5-minute time frame, which I don't know if it's gonna hold too much because news is coming out in like 30 seconds. But I'm still very interested in possibly looking for a retracement model off this into higher, or maybe even an inverse. I wouldn't mind an inverse. But we'll see. Now, let me just put this to the side over here in the meantime while I lock in. And if we end up catching Q shorts, let me just make a game plan here just in case so I'm not all over the place. We are still pumping up here. News is coming out in 5 seconds to see if it's really bullish or just maybe bearish enough for a retracement. What do we... Oh, and my alarm is going off. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, it seems like news probably didn't do anything as we expected. But if we do end up getting a retracement, an inverse model, what we can do is maybe look to take shorts off this. Target 150. All right, so we can do 150.25. Then we could target the VWAP. Then we could target 29,997. And then, yeah, probably just 997, which would be just a low day. So if we do take shorts, we can probably just look to target like this, this, and this. We are getting some pretty strong selling pressure. Wow, maybe that's the news reaction. I'm not too sure where that's coming from. It probably is the news. Yeah, it's a pretty beefy. But I keep saying beefy, but I've been saying pretty beefy. But these last few days, bro. Why am I saying that? It's a pretty aggressive selling candle is what I meant to say, bro. Yo, whatever, bro. Anyways, but yeah, we are approaching this fair value gap quite quick with some aggressive selling pressure. So maybe we focus more on inverse over longs. I just don't want to take anything so quick. You know what I mean? I mean, especially if we're getting so much selling pressure. Let me see how we hold this fair value gap. If we get more selling pressure in the gap, I'll probably just focus on an inverse. Yeah, just like that. Because we could take longs and just target the 1 minute low here. Because yeah, we are getting some very strong selling pressure. Now we could just bounce, but I did not expect for news to have such a late reaction, especially orange folder and orange folder. So that's pretty crazy. And we're getting a bounce here. Now, if we were to get a bounce here, thing is, I'm not gonna have enough confirmation to enter in time. Because look, now, yeah, we've already bounced like over 60 points already. You know what I mean? So taking longs here is going to be tricky because I don't know if this is going to be a full-on red candle. I don't know if it's a pullback. It's really hard. That's why you guys always ask me like, yo, David, why do you never trade retracement models like this or continuation models? It's because it's really tricky to get an entry. You don't know, like when you get a pullback back into the fair value gap, you don't know if it's going to be an inverse or an actual like bounce off the gap. You know what I mean? So I don't typically take these setups. It doesn't look bad at all right now though. We are definitely getting some sort of a bounce. I just don't want to rush an entry either. You know what I mean? I don't know if this is going to be a full-on selling candle. I need more candles off this. You know what I mean? Like I need another buying candles to confirm that buyers are really stepping in. I mean, so we could take longs here, but I don't know. We could still take it for a 1-to-1 risk reward. I don't know, man. We are getting a full-on reversal on ES as well. We could give it a shot. I mean, maybe minimal risk. 1-to-1 risk reward for 80 points. 75, yeah, 80 points. We could give it a shot. Let me see. I don't know. I'm a little bit skeptical. I never really trade continuation models for this exact reason. I just don't really like it too much. Yeah, this is a full-on reversal. Yeah, I can't even get an entry now. It's way too late. Either way, I have to type out the alert. But if we do get like one more pullback and we get another bounce off that pullback, then I'll take it. Okay, look at that beautiful red to green candle. Wow, that is actually amazing. It's just when it comes to entry models like this, guys, I get a little bit hesitant because I just don't feel comfortable entering when the candle's red into longs. This is not my trading style. But if we do get another pullback back into like the 340s, and we bounce again, I'll probably just take longs again. Because yeah, ES is probably leading us today. In fact, I should probably mark on my levels on ES. Yeah, we are seeing some highs here. Wow, that was actually a really clean retracement model. I don't know why I hesitated on that. I mean, well, I do know. I just didn't like it at the time. I just don't. I don't know. It's just a preference type of thing for me, guys. I just don't like taking longs when the candle's red. Like it just doesn't show me that buyers are there. You know what I mean? The candle's red. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say that we missed it, but I just didn't like it that much. Like I said, if we go back down into the 340s and we bounce again, I'll take longs. Like just because we're bouncing up right now from this value does not mean that the trade is over. We haven't even hit the target, so you know it's not the end of the world. But we'll be good. That was a really nice reversal. If I'm like, that was really, really nice. That was probably the cleanest reversal I've ever seen in my life, bro. Or like a bounce, like bounce off the fair value gap. Now, if you miss a trade, I'm not gonna be too mad about it. Like I said, I don't really typically take continuation models, anyways, like all that much. So yeah, it's not a big deal. If anything, we just wait for a sweep off 417 and maybe see if we can see lower. Thing is, off what? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to wait for a 200-point dump either. But yeah, bro, that was a really clean reversal. Oh my gosh. But yeah, let's see. We still haven't taken out 417. So once again, this trade is still possible to take. But I do need to see if we can go back into the 340s and get another bounce from here. So I would say, I was gonna say maybe we can get a red to green, but a red to green will have to be up here at 390 when I want an entry at like 340, 350. I can't get too late of an entry because I'm gonna have a really big stop loss compared to my price target. So I need like 335 maybe. A retracement into 335 before anything. Because then it's like we have to go into 335 and then get a bounce, and then I have to confirm the bounce, and then I enter. So if you go into the 340s, you know, that's where our entry should be at, not our confirmation for the bounce. right? So I would say maybe like 330, 335 would be a good retracement. I mean, we already got the retracement. We'll be lucky if we even get another one here. You know what I mean? But I would want to see a retracement into like this range, and then like some sort of buyer stepping in to confirm that buyers are there, and then we take it into the. We could take it into like the high of day as well, into this high up here, just in case we reject off the high of day, and then 417. So we can scale out here, take full profits here, or maybe even hold to 480. But we are retracing a little bit lower here. I don't. I always feel skeptical taking continuation models. Like I don't know. I'm just so confident with inverses that I just love them more. But let's see if we can go back down into the 330s. Yeah, 330s. So we go into 330s, we bounce into a 345, 350s, and then we take an entry there. And then we just look to scale up here instead. We're also a little bit overbought. So I'm also a little bit, I will say I am a little bit skeptical with this, with taking longs up here as well. You know what I mean? I mean, we are getting our healthy pullbacks, but we need to see how we hold because we are a little bit overbought, guys. The market has pumped up about 400 points almost with no red candle at all. Like we're over 30 minutes to market open, not a single red candle at all today, guys. So yeah. But we did get retracement into the 335s. I still don't see a good entry model because I don't want to risk too much on this trade. And with the trade, I'll probably do like 5 micros maybe. I do take this. Maybe 4, maybe 5. But yeah, I do need a little bit more of a bounce. This is a full selling candle for now. But the thing is, if we get a bounce, in order for me to confirm it, I need a good bounce. So it's still going to be too much risk. So I need more of a dump here. We can probably even get another dump into this 5-minute fair value gap. And then get another bounce here. And then we enter again. I mean, enter off 330, 340s. Because entering here with this full selling candle is very skeptical, at least to me. I mean, I don't know about you guys. But we are back down into the 330s. So if you want an entry, it would be like 345, which we're still sitting at. But it's 80 points risk. That's too much. I might just look for a lower, bro, honestly. I know that we can bounce here, but guys, I don't know if you guys understand it. Like you guys are probably like, dude, David, just take the longs, dude. Like, what are you doing? It's just I don't know. I just don't really trade continuation models all that much. Like I have experience with them. I just don't like taking them. It's super skeptical because once again, like right now, if you look at this candle, you're probably like, wow, there's a lot of sellers stepping in. I'm gonna take longs. Like, what? That's not how we trade. We trade it as the momentum is going up, right? Which is skeptical because all we're doing is entering off a wick, which I don't like at all. So I don't know if I skip out on this setup. Maybe I try it out with light size. But if I do try it out with light size, I need more of a dump here. Like I know I said 330, a retracement to 330, and I'll take it, but still not enough. Because look, even if we get a bounce right here, if we enter right now, we're risking 86 points for a 50-point price target. Not even 40 points, right? That's not good. I mean, so if I want a good risk reward, I need lower, right? Once again, I don't really care if the setup plays out. I'm not gonna get FOMO. I really don't care. This is not typically the setup that I even take all that much. I'm sure we see higher. Like everything is really bullish here, and we shouldn't be reversing now. Maybe a little bit later, maybe off of 417. So I know we see higher, but I need a retracement, bro. Like maybe into like the 290s, bro. I mean, if we have so much selling pressure back down, we might as well just even look for an inverse. I mean, like, I feel like I'm trying to force out this continuation model when I shouldn't be, because I know I don't typically take these. I'm gonna give the market a little bit more time. Now, if anything, we can always get a bounce into like the 300s and then go back up to 345 or into the 330s. But if I want a good entry, I need a good risk reward. So I would say maybe like 330 would be a perfect entry for this. But we need to go down, then bounce to confirm that buyers are there, and then we take it. We can't enter here because we're selling off back into 330, right? So there's nothing being confirmed here, right? But I have come to the conclusion that, yeah, probably an entry like 328, 330 would be pretty good because you're risking 60 points for a 65-point price target and then obviously higher up here, right? But with all the selling pressure kicking in now, we don't know if this is going to be a pullback or a full-on reversal, below 263. Right, so I'm going to give the market a little bit more time. I'm going to drink some water because I'm getting very, very dehydrated. Yeah, we are getting a lot of selling pressure. So if anything, we could probably even scrap this idea and just focus more on the reversal if it ever ends up coming through. And I would tell you guys right now, I would prefer this reversal 10 times more than any retracement model. Why? Well, once again, guys, have we had any single red candle until now? No. Right? The market's overbought. In my opinion, I feel like the market's overbought. We are getting weaker and weaker as we head higher. So if we can catch a reversal, not only will we be early to the party, but we have so much room for lower. You know what I mean? I mean, we have room for higher as well. You know, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I just don't like taking continuation models. So I'm probably not gonna force it. But we did get the retracement into the 300s. Wow, that's a very aggressive buying candle. But yeah, I think it's for me, guys. I think it's just best if I just wait for the inverse model. If it doesn't come around, then I just don't take a trade. I just don't feel comfortable longing here. I'm not like I don't really trade this model too much, and I don't really like how overbought we are right now, guys. I just have I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have a little bit of PTSD from yesterday's trade. The first trade, it was a good setup, good everything. We took a trade while the market was dumping over 600 points, and then we paid the price. We were liquidity. So I'm not trying to be liquidity again today. You know what I mean? I'm trying to set a good example, right? So yeah, this setup doesn't look bad at all. I mean, in fact, it's literally playing out as we speak. But I'm just not trying to be liquidity. So I think I'm just gonna wait for the reversal model to come around. If it comes around, I'll be low 263. I'm sure it'll come around soon. I mean, the market we're due for a pullback soon, right? Right? Hopefully. But whenever that comes around, we could just take this short right here. So I'll just stay on stream until we see it, if we see it, right? But yeah. But yeah, that was a pretty nice bounce here, but obviously it doesn't really seem like it's really too confirmed because we're going back down. So if we can flip this candle from red to green back to red into a full red candle right down here below the 300s, shorts will not be bad, to be honest. And then I guess we can look for shorts like this, and then maybe use like I'm not gonna say a 1-to-1 risk reward because that'll be over 100 points of a stop loss, which is not very safe. We can't place our stop loss up here either. We can't place it down here because it'll be too tight. So maybe we just do like 60 points and just call it a day. Not the most ideal stop loss if I'm being honest, but it's what we can work with, right? I mean, how many points are we selling off right now? I mean, 70, 60. Yeah, so 60-point stop loss is pretty much the new average of today's market, of this current market. So we could do like a 60-ish, maybe 70-point stop loss. Target the view up down here, which is at 150. And then maybe just target the low of day down here, which is at 997. And then we can look for longs there. So I feel more safe taking this one. I don't really feel safe taking longs here. It's just I feel like it's overbought, to be honest. I guess that's why I'm a little bit hesitant. Maybe not because of the model itself, because the model looks good. Like I usually take this like any day of the week. It's just the idea that we haven't had a single red candle until now, and we're overbought. You know what I mean? So if anything, we could probably even wait for 417 and just wait for a dump into the 250s, which I know could take some time, but that's what it is. ES is weakening up a little bit here. ES was leading the markets a little bit, so with ES weakening up, this could lead NQ for lower. Doesn't really seem like it at the moment, but we'll give it some time to see how that goes. But yeah, and then ES is also in a fair value gap right now. I apologize because I do not have my ES charted out. So let me just quickly do that while we wait for NQ to potentially dump here. Actually, yeah, no. I mean, still in the gap technically. We never really inversed it. We did fill it though. But yeah, NQ is also trying to reject a little bit here. We're sitting at the 340s, 350s. Let me just delete all of these levels here. Let me just mark out these new levels, in fact. So I know I have a reference of ES. So I'll just mark out the main levels, nothing crazy. The one here as well. What's NQ doing? Still sitting at 350s. Then we have another low here. Then another low, I guess here and here as well. Like a little mini pullback. Boom, 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 boom. You can mark one out here, but what's the point if you have one at 491? NQ still sitting at 350s. So I want to see that the buyer exhaustion is slowly stepping in. Right, we finally had our first selling candle. This candle, buyers are trying to step in, but they're kind of struggling a little bit unless we randomly pump here. So I want to say that the seller exhaustion should come in soon. I mean, this is typically the setup for buyer exhaustion. Sorry, where sellers typically gain control. It's just we need sellers to have interest here. I mean, and then we have a 15-minute gap here. We're still holding green on NQ. We have a 5-minute and 15-minute gap here. So 5/15-minute bullish. FEG. All right, what's NQ doing? It's breaking past the previous candle high. So buyers are definitely still there. A little bit. I mean, nothing crazy. If we can flip the candle from green to red, I'll be a lot more confident that we can see lower into this inverse. But for now, I'm not really too interested, to be honest. Once again, a lot of you guys can argue. Oh, no, there it is. Like I said, a lot of you guys can argue that, like, David, why you not just not taking longs, dude? Like, it's so bullish, like, dude, like, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, guys, I just don't like buying when the market's overbought or oversold. We did that yesterday. We made that mistake, and then we paid the price, right? So I'm just not trying to make that mistake today, right? If we take longs here, yes, we're getting the fair value gap balance, but we're not really going anywhere. I mean, especially that we're overbought, So I'd rather be more safe than sorry. Just avoid longs. If it works out, it works out. Not the end of the world. There's always going to be another setup. But I would much rather just take an inverse off this here, right? It just makes more sense to me. We're catching the reversal as it happens. The market's not oversold, so we have room for lower. We will get a D-wall sweep off of 263. We would have buyer exhaustion and sellers gaining control pretty pretty clean. And yeah, the list just goes on and on. You know what I mean? Someone's like, here, how's the car? Dude, we finally put the engine in yesterday, bro. Finally, dude, after like 2 or 3 months, bro. So today, I think we're gonna go ahead and put in the turbo kit. And I actually have a shifter cable that I need delivered by tomorrow. Oh, I need to go pick up some axles. Fuck. Hold up. Let me actually check that because I was messaging some guy on Facebook. So I guess while we don't wait for the dump, if we get the dump, I need to go on Facebook Marketplace and look for an axle. Let me see. So I can go pick. One sec, guys. Because yeah, I need some axles for the car. Completely forgot about. There you go. All right. Well, have we done literally nothing? Like I said, guys, I refuse to take longs unless we dump here. I mean, I refuse to take a trade unless we dump. It'll have to be shorts. Yeah, guys. Now, tomorrow, guys, like I said, tomorrow we are gonna be launching the website. I'm not gonna change any live trading or anything. I'm still gonna be live trading tomorrow and everything, but I will be showcasing the website more on stream tomorrow. So, if you guys want to use it, get access to it, help me spot bugs or maybe suggest some stuff, it will be free access for some time. All right, guys. While we fix up the website and do all that good stuff. All right, guys. Something here. Wait for the setup. I mean, yeah, bro. That's what I've been doing for the last hour, bro. Yeah, bro. We're waiting here. Like I said, I'm not taking long, bro. I'm not taking long. But yeah, guys. Tomorrow, like I said, be on stream. I'm releasing the website. I'm giving you guys access to it. I'm gonna be releasing the link and all that good stuff so you guys can sign up and use the website. All right, guys. Which car gets the most attention? I would say the Skyline for sure, bro. The BMW is kind of like whatever. Like I get weird looks. The Z06, everyone has a Corvette in Miami. The Honda, I haven't really driven that car too much ever since I got it back in January because the engine was fucked up. So maybe that car gets some attention. But dude, when you see a Skyline, it's like, oh my gosh, it's a fucking Skyline. You know what I mean? So yeah, the Skyline definitely gets the most attention, at least for now. PM session today. I'm not gonna call it early. I mean, we're not even 1 hour into market open, but I definitely do want to see some selling pressure kick in. I mean, if I don't see anything by like 11, yeah, I'll get back on during the PM session. Now one thing I will say, guys, is I will not, like I said, I will not be trading Asia for most of this week and probably even all week, guys. Which I know, you guys have been loving Asia lately with our trades and our model and everything. But yes, guys, I need to focus on the website. I need to focus on releasing this to you guys and making it be good. You know what I mean, guys? So I take the time at night to work on the website and just be fully locked in rather than trading Asia. Which one is your daily? My daily is the Skyline. It's fully stock, really good on gas, really comfortable, and really fun to drive. My other cars aren't really daily material. I mean, the Z06, I don't like putting too many miles on it. The BMW is more for the track, and the Honda's for drag racing, right? And the Honda has no power steering, so it's like I'm freaking driving a boat, literally. Like when it has to steer, when the car's not moving, dude, it's a workout, bro. It's if you guys have ever driven a car with no power steering, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, bro. It's a pain, bro. It's terrible. It's terrible. David, did you buy GTA 6 already? No, I actually don't see a reason why you should pre-order a digital game. So no, I'm plus I've been spending a lot of money lately, especially on the cars and everything while building them. So I have to chill on my money spending, bro. Get a C63. I've never liked Mercedes, bro. They're cool, you know. They're cool, but yeah. Yeah, can I ask something? I know you're gonna ask the most stupid thing ever. Yes, ask it. Let me know, bro. I gen- I got genuine upper body pump turning a wheel with no power steering, dude. It is terrible, bro. Especially getting out of your driveway. David, why didn't you take, bro? Come on, bro. Dude, getting out of your driveway, no power steering is. I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy, bro. Would you buy a Miata, dude? I'll probably buy a Miata for my girlfriend, bro. Because I have been teaching her how to drive manual in the Skyline, bro. Ugh, my heart, bro. The clutch, bro. Rip the clutch. But hey, we all have to learn somewhere. You know what I mean? I would put her on the sim, but dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. The sim is not the best to learn manual because it's not very realistic. So Hellcat swap it, bro. I'm gonna put a jet engine, bro. A bigger steering wheel helps with no power steering. Ah, dude, I'm not trying to buy a steering wheel, bro. That's freaking. I'm gonna be driving a boat, bro. How do you access the indicator? You can check it out in this channel right here. Hold on, let me link it to you. Right here, bro. You can check it out right here. Then, can I be your girlfriend too? Yeah, bro. Everyone in here can be my girlfriend. But guys, so far no setup yet. The higher up you go, the longer it's gonna take to get this reversal. I mean, we can always form a fair rally gap around here as well. It's not a big deal. But yeah. Oh, dude, what? Oh, but that's super clean, bro. David, what was your first car? It was a Honda Civic. It was an amazing first car, but I got in an accident. Some lady freaking took the red light and dude, literally bent the car in half, bro. It was terrible. How do you find Civics? What do you mean, dude? Civics are like the most common cars in the world, bro. What do you mean? How do you find them? I would say, yeah. I'm sure everyone has had or has a Civic today, like in the call right now, bro. Like everyone has one, bro. No, like, did you like it? Oh, yeah, dude. I love that car, bro. That car was amazing. All right, yeah. Well, there's 417. So if we would have taken longs off this, it could have worked out. Like I said, not something I'm very too interested in. And I know for a fact we would have been stressing our asses off with this trade if we took longs. So once again, like I said, guys, don't get FOMO just because the trade is working out in our favor. You know, there's always going to be another setup. Just because you miss one does not mean you're going to die tomorrow. You know what I mean? You're going to be fine, right? So yeah, if anything, we can even form a fair value gap here as we're pumping up for over 60 points and maybe inverse it up here from a 417 sweep instead of waiting for a 250 inverse. So I'm gonna give the market a little more time, guys. If I don't see a setup by 11 o'clock, I'll come back later during the PM session. If a setup comes around, if not, we stay cash. We come back tomorrow. Right? Not a big deal. Right? We're still green on the week, especially from the trade from yesterday. I know we started off red, but we did make it back green with a 200-point trade. So we're still green on the week. We don't need to force anything. All right. But now, as we're pumping up into 417 and actually took it out, we can maybe form a fair value gap here and maybe even look to inverse it back into the downside. Right. So I'm not too worried. I mean, I'm sure we can find something. Yeah, let's see if we can hold it in the first place. We have 30 seconds left in this candle. I would prefer, now that we're already up here, well, we already took 417, but what I was going to say was I would prefer that we get one more push just so we have a really good fair value gap. We use that later on in 10 minutes from now, and then we could use it for an inverse. The second is, I know, bro. Minty, I know, bro. I know. Let me see. On Friday, someone ran a red light and hit me. Ah, no, bro. Dude, bro, it's so stupid, bro. But trust me, there's cameras everywhere, at least where I live. So, bro, when I got into the accident, bro, with my first car, dude, I was in high school. And, bro, when the cop told me that the lady was at fault, dude, I was so happy, bro, because I know I was gonna get paid by my insurance. And as much as I love that Civic, dude, back then when Chargers and Challengers were popular, like really, really popular, dude, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to buy like my dream car at the time, which is a Challenger. But dude, for what my insurance paid me for that car was like like 11K, which was really good to be honest. I mean, in fact, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We actually made a profit on that. Which I don't know how common that is, but we bought the car for 9,000, and the insurance said that the Kelly Blue Book was 11,000, so they paid us $2,000 more than what we paid for the car. So we made a profit for it. And bro, I was begging my mom, like, please, like, let me buy a Challenger, let me buy a Charger. I wanted a Challenger, because they went for like 11K, and my mom was like, hell no, like, bro, that car, like, it's a piece of shit, bro. Like, it's gonna break down on you, because for that price range, bro, you're gonna buy like a freaking 200,000. You know what I mean, 200,000 mile freaking Challenger, bro. Someone said it is a piece of shit. Yeah, and I was buying like the fully base model one. But it was cool. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I was in high school, bro. I didn't know any better. And bro, my mom was like, nah, you're not buying that. And then my dad offered me, he's like, look, for that price, I'll sell you my BMW. Like, I'm like, bro. And that's how I got one of my first ever dream cars, which was my dad's BMW, which I've always wanted my whole life. Unfortunately, I did have to sell it because we didn't have any space in the driveway when I got my blue Stingray. But if I had the choice, I would have never sold that car, bro. That car, dude, that car has a place in my heart, bro. I love BMWs, man. Although they break down, and that car broke down and literally made me broke, I love that car. Bro, falling, bro. Why is it sad? Dude, for me, guys, I've never been someone, and by the way, bro, thanks to the market, bro, we freaking further fair value gap and we're going back up. Like, what? Why does it do that, bro? I'm sure we have something on the 15 minute. No, never mind. Yeah, we're still waiting on the setup, guys. So far, nothing yet. But guys, I've always been the type of person that I don't like selling my stuff, bro. Like if I buy something, I always get like I get attached to it. Like my cars, my jet ski. Bro, I haven't sold the jet ski. I keep saying I'm gonna sell it, and every time I'm like, okay, one more drive. I'm gonna use it one more time for my goodbyes. I use it, I'm like, okay, I like it. I'm not gonna sell it. And then I don't use it for another month. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sell it. Okay, let me drive it one more time. I drive it and I don't like, bro. It's like, dude, I always do this, bro. So yeah, I've never sold. I don't like selling my things. Like I don't know. I just, you know what I mean, if I buy something, it's not for the money. It's for my enjoyment. You know what I mean? So yeah, I really don't think I'm gonna sell a jet ski. As much as I'm saying I am, I'm probably just gonna expand my driveway and just put it in a trailer here in my house. We have a 2 point for Valley Gap, dude. I mean, we can still use it. It technically still is an imbalance, but I don't know how secure this could be. I mean, to be fair, we could find an entry here and place your stop loss at the high of day 40 points. I don't know, but we'll see. I don't know how much higher the market wants to go, dude. This thing has been pumping up like crazy lately, bro. My goodness. And I think JPQ is about to hit all-time highs. I think all-time highs was like 61.70. Yeah, 61.70. That's pretty good for long-term investments. So that's one good thing coming out of it. Coming out of us pumping with no pullback, bro. I mean, we did get a pullback, but like not many setups. Like I want to catch a reversal. I'll show you. I got you, bro. I'll check it out now. Damn, dude, are you in the live trading while being pulled over, bro? Oh my gosh, dude. Come on now, dude. Lock in, bro. What are you doing? Trading and driving, bro. I've seen it all, dude. I like keeping mine too. Yeah, I don't know. I just get once I get attached to something, I just don't like to let it go. And even if I don't use it anymore, it still holds value to me. Like it still holds memories. You know what I mean? That BMW holds a lot of memories to me. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to sell it. I got 2 pings from RP server. So what they need. At David Mon, where you at? What? Someone said here, is David not going live? Wait, did I not put out that I was live? I literally did. Bro, this is tweaking, bro. Dude, this dude keeps adding me like every 20 minutes. Bro, I guess you're not going live? Bro, instead of spamming the chat, bro, just check the freaking live channel, bro. Like, what? I'm dead, bro. Anyways. What's the minimum age requirement to be in the server? Dude, I should probably put one, bro. All right. I don't know if you guys have noticed, the chat hasn't been too immature for like the last month, bro. I have not noticed. Someone said bro's a hoarder. All right, bro. Not like that either, dude. Okay, guys, let me ask you something. Do you guys think we reverse in the next 30 minutes? No. Yes. Nah. No. Dude. But we have to reverse, dude. We've pumped over 400 points, bro. There's no way. Dude, like I said, guys, I'm not longing this, dude. I don't care how many setups. I don't care how many long setups we get, bro. I am not taking longs here, bro. We've pumped over 450 points, bro, and like no, like, we've gotten a total of one red candle. You can't even call this a red candle. It's barely red. My goodness, dude. I'm not taking longs here, bro. I don't care how many setups we get, bro. I refuse to. I'm gonna wait for a reversal. If we don't get one, I'm not taking anything, bro. Red is the new green, bro. That ass, bro. Someone's here. Do you have a video explaining how to use TradingView? Yes, I do. I'll send it to you right now. Give me 1 second. Where's it at? Bro, guys, look, a little tip from me, guys. Okay, so I have another computer right next to me, which is my Mac Mini, right? This is what I use to run my AIs and everything, right? Guys, my suggestion from you, for you guys, do not buy the Apple Magic Mouse, bro. This is the worst mouse I've ever used in my entire lifetime, bro. I didn't even know you can make a mouse so bad, dude. This mouse is so garbage, bro. It's so flat. It's so it's the laser sucks on it, bro. The clicking sucks. Bro, everything sucks about this mouse, bro. I'm gonna buy a new one today, bro. Let me see. Someone say here. Who's the one that asked me about how to use TradingView? Oh, right here, Creek CG. There you go. There's a video. And someone asked me what's the live link. Cookie. What's up, bro? I don't know if you guys heard my cat meow, bro. Someone say here was a live link. Jesse. There you go. There's not much room for higher. Psh, you'd be surprised, bro. Literally, anytime you say there's not much room for higher, that's when the market pumps like another 400 points. Mine is her plan. And Denny's son. Okay, let me link the premiums real quick. Hold up, guys. So it's okay, and at Denny's. Oh, you already have the premium, Denison. There you go. Let me just put the WAP instruction here because people actually need to like pay attention. Guys, if you're buying the premium, you guys got to make sure that you're linking your Discord to the to your WAP, so it actually gives you the rules. All right, guys. So I'm just gonna put it here in the train chat. All right, guys. So if you guys are on YouTube and you guys are purchasing the premium or you guys join or whatever, just go to my trading chat and the instructions are here on how to do it. You know, you go to WAP, go to profile, click the gear, connected accounts, click your Discord, and you're good. All right. Someone's like here, bro. I bought the Logitech mouse. Yeah, bro. I have the Super Light, bro. I use this to play CS, and this mouse is amazing. But guys, dude, never buy. Oh my gosh, bro. My cat just jumped on me, bro. Cookie. Hey. Hey, guys. Do not buy the Apple Magic Mouse, bro. That mouse is so garbage, bro. Then I was throwing it away. And it's $100, bro. You know you can do $100 for a mouse, bro. Hold on. So here, what premier rank are you? Dude, I'm not even ranked, but I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Dude, I haven't really played too much CS2, like I barely play it, but I used to play CSGO a lot. I have like 3,000 hours on it. I was facing level 10, and I was, if I'm not mistaken, I barely played matchmaking because of the hackers, but I think I hit global once, like once, but like my rank went away after a few days. But yeah. I got a $10 mouse that works great. I can bet you that $10 mouse works better than this freaking piece of garbage, bro. Look, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, look. Apple Magic Mouse. Look, guys, if you're ever considering to be, look, I know there's a lot of people out there that you guys only buy Apple products and everything, and I get it. You know, I mean, you want to be, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Bougie, you know, everything Apple. But, You know, Apple's known to make great stuff. The one and only thing I hate about this company is this freaking mouse, bro. First of all, the charger location. Why would they put it down here? Like, why? You could have put it like right here or something. Right? Why put it in the bottom? Like, that is so stupid. Whoever made that should get fired. Next, why is the mouse so freaking flat, bro? Like, I can barely grab it. Third of all, why is it $100? It's Apple. Let me not ask that question. Right? Fourth of all, the scrolling, terrible. The clicking, terrible quality. Like, everything about the mouse sucks, bro. It's terrible. Like, I hate this mouse, bro. I'm gonna throw it away right now, bro. Like, I deadass cannot use it, bro. Yeah, freaking garbage ass mouse, bro. $100, bro. $100 for this shit. And the only reason I bought this was because I have the freaking Mac, the Mac Mini or whatever it's called, like the little box thing, the computer. But yeah, dude, that thing is terrible, bro. I'm gonna see if I can get a refund for it. If not, I'm gonna buy a Logitech. Logitech is pretty good, especially the super light. I love that mouse. Anyways, let me see if I can catch shorts off this. We are getting some selling pressure. I don't want to rush anything, but I would probably consider this. Like for now, it's just me watching this. Like I'm not really taking anything. But yeah, no, we don't really need this anymore. So what we can do is maybe just copy and paste this, or actually just delete this. Put here, hold above this DOL. Hold below this DOL equals bearish bias. Okay. And then we can just start our stop loss at the high of day right there. Maybe look to inverse 5-minute gap. I know it's barely non-existent, but there is still somewhat of an imbalance that has not been retraced into. So we can probably inverse that. And maybe just target the low here, inside of the fair value gap. And maybe just target the VWAP down here at 150. So we probably have like 4 price targets. Now, I'm not in love with this volume nor selling pressure, but this setup could potentially work. So I'm not saying I'm going to take it. Please don't get that confused. I'm just saying I'm going to watch it for now. If the selling looks really good as we approach lower, sure, we could take it light, like 5 contracts, right? So we can at least try to get something for today. But if I don't like the selling pressure as we head into that fair value gap, I guess I'll stay cash for this morning. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. But I would need like a really big impulse. Now, we could probably look for something like this. Price target low of day. Obviously, this price target is not very realistic. You never know, but yeah. Maybe something like that wouldn't be too bad. Like I said, I'm not saying I'm taking this. I'm just saying I'm watching it for now. Maybe I take it. Right, but I'm not saying I'm watching it. About an $8 quarter mount. Yeah, dude, like I said, dude, those mounts work amazing. You know, those mouses. Huh. Someone say here, yeah, that mouse is horrible. I threw mine away. Yeah, dude, this thing is going straight to the trash can, bro. This is terrible. And we have a pretty good stop loss for 30,442. Now, guys, if I take this short, guys, I'm not gonna lie, it'll probably just be like very light. I'm not trying to risk too much. I'm also not in love with the setup. Like, it's there, it's good. We are getting some reversals. We are getting a deal sweep from 417, which is what we wanted in the first place, which is the whole reason why I want to take shorts. There's only on the 15-minute that we can take anywhere here. I'm not trying to wait for a 200-point dump into the 250s either. So maybe I do try this. I'll let you guys know if I enter. For now, if you want to hover over the sell button, sure. The selling pressure isn't all that crazy. At least it doesn't seem all that crazy. Yeah, we've done 55 points, so not too bad. Not horrible. But we'll see. For now, like I said, I'm just watching this setup. I'm not saying I'm taking it. I'm just watching it. Okay, guys? But if I have to skip the setup, then I'll just come back later. It's not a big deal. But let's see if this candle here can break past the previous candle low. If it can, I'll be interested. If it kind of struggles and we get green, red, and then finally red back down, then no, I'm not going to consider it. What is ES doing? Yes, ES actually inverted a fair value gap here. I don't think it's approaching any levels of liquidity. So technically speaking, ES does have room for higher. Our nearest DOL sweep would have to be worked off of 517. That is really far away. So I'll just mark that out. There's no shot that's our nearest level of liquidity, right? It is, but what? Okay, yeah, well, we can't really use ES as too much of a reference because ES is going to be bullish for like the whole day until either 545 or 517. Let's see if this candle can pick up on some impulse. Because I'm also not trying to take shorts up here while the market is chopping and gets slow. You know what I mean? So if this setup takes some time, then I'll just get off and come back later. If price picks up. If not, then we stay cash and come back tomorrow. You know, no big deal. You know, the market will be here tomorrow. It's not the end of the world. But I do want to consider this. I do want to consider this setup here. Maybe we have something on the 1 minute. No, we don't. Our nearest setup would have to be off of 250. But I need more selling pressure. Like if we grind down, then nah, I'm not taking it. I'm not trying to get chopped up today. Yeah, we're picking up some selling pressure here. We are pushing the inverse. So if you guys want, hover over the sell button. Maybe we take it. I'm still debating on it. I mean, it's kind of like it's kind of mid still. I'll let you guys know. And if I take this, guys, I'm taking a light size. I'm not in love with this market. I'm considering the setup. Yeah, it's there. You know, deal sweep, MSS model forming. You know, all that good stuff. Room for lower. A lot of room for lower. And we're trying to catch the reversal. But please, if you guys take this, seriously, slice light. Like, don't freaking full port this trade. But let me see if I can take this. Let me see. We are getting some selling pressure. It looks pretty okay for now. See if we can hold below 380. If we can, then sure, I'll take it. But I'll let you guys know. Give it 1 second. Let's see if we can even hold this inverse. And like I said, guys, I'm gonna take this. If I take this, it's gonna be light size, like 5 micros, 4 or 5 micros. I'm just not trying to overdo it today, especially with the market I don't really like too much. Let's see if we can hold below 380. If we can with a nice impulse, I'll take it. But if not, maybe I skip it. Oh, it's a pretty nice inverse right there. Can we hold it though? This price doesn't look too aggressive. That's the only reason I'm like a little bit hesitant on taking this. Yes, it's flipping back red, which is something, but you guys see what I mean though? Like it's trying to head lower. Let me see. Just over the sub button, guys. Hold on. Also, don't want to get too much of a late entry either, because the stop loss is already pretty big, 60 points. I don't know, man. This thing is like it's trying to go lower, but I might just say fuck it. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm just waiting for an impulse. Like we've gotten something, but it's like it's not really holding, as you guys can see here. So I'm still not in anything. Like I really want to take it, or not really want to take it, but I want to take it. You know what I mean? But I don't know, dude. This market is just not for me, bro. It's just not very like stable. I guess I'll scrap this idea if we go back to this high up here. But yeah, guys, so far nothing yet, bro. I might skip out on this setup, to be honest, guys. I'm just not in love with the volume. Like it's okay, you know, it's okay at best. Not something like that's screaming like, yo, take this trade, but yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna skip out on this one, guys. I got very close to entering. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm sure it could work out. I mean, we are getting a sweep below 417 with some selling, but it's not stable. I mean, look at this price, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I want to take something once we have an MSS and a bearish trend confirmed. Not a bearish bias. Well, yes, a bearish bias, yes, but we need more of a bearish trend. Like, I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna skip out on this one, guys. Plus, the volume is a little bit questionable. So, yep, not for me, guys. Not for me. Have you taken anything? Not yet. Not yet. Like I said, guys, this setup could work, and we can watch it dump down and everything. But to be honest, bro, if this setup works, I'm gonna skip it, and I'm just gonna wait for the 251. To be honest, and this could probably happen probably by like 12 or 1 o'clock EST. But yeah, this setup here, I mean, it's not the biggest for value gap, not the best price action, not enough MSS, not enough of an MSS model, not enough of a bearish trend. If it works out, honestly, I don't really care. I'll just wait for the next one. Not for me, guys. Not for me. What if I clapped? Not really. I mean, yeah, we pulled back, but we never really hit the stop loss, even if we did take it. We pretty much would be up near break even right now. But yeah, I didn't take it for a reason, guys. It's the volume is kind of mid. I mean, it's whatever. So if anything, what we could do instead is just wait for this inverse down here, which is a way better for value gap, way more respected for value gap, and we will still have room for lower into the VWAP, into 150, and into the 997s. So if anything, we just wait for that. But yeah, this fair value gap here, it was worth a shot. We didn't take it, didn't like it. Until next, right? Not my cup of tea. Like I said, I'm not saying it can't work out, and we're dumping right now and everything. Like if you took it, you're probably green right now. But yeah, like I said, this is not for me. I'll just wait for another dump, and I guess as we're dumping down, we can always wait for an MSS model to form in a bearish trend, and then we just use that for this one, which will give us more confirmation, and then we can just target the VWAP. So if anything, I'll just wait for that on stream, if it doesn't take too long, of course. So let me just, I guess, rewrite my price targets. So instead of targeting these lows over here, what I can do is delete this because I'm not going to use this, and maybe just see how we react off 274. If we're able to hold below 274, we can be bearish below 417 and 274. Get the inverse here, target the VWAP, and then we're good to go from there, right? Especially if we have a lot of selling pressure. You know what I mean? So what we can do instead is target the VWAP instead of this inverse over here, then target 30,150.25, then 29,997. 97. There you go. I'll do that instead. Let me drink some water. Very yummy. Anyways, let's see what we got here. Like I said, guys, it's just prices not stable, especially to the downside. I mean, we've been pumping all day. It's a little bit skeptical trying to snipe the reversal with barely any confirmations. Yes, we have an inverse. Yes, we have something of sellers. And yes, we have a bearish bias. But what are we missing? We're missing MSS model. We're missing bearish bias. We're missing seller regression. You know what I mean? We're missing momentum. You know what I mean? Like, yes, we have sellers here, but it's like red, green, red, green, red, green. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to take that. I'm trying to take a trade instantly to price targets. You know what I mean? So, like I said, the setup could work out as much as it wants. I don't like it. Not for me. Shows here. Oh, I have the same mouse. Yeah, bro. GG's, dude. Plus, do you have a lifetime discount code? Yes, I do. It's code 60. What do you think of the 25K top? Tops doesn't do 25K counts, right? They just dropped it today. I don't know. I would have to check it, but I don't know. I mean, Topstep is pretty reliable, so I have nothing bad to say about them. It's a static 25K account. How much is the drawdown? I'm assuming $1,000, right? Like Apex. 1,000? Yeah, I figured. Yeah. I mean, how much is the profit target? Is it $1,000 too, or is it 1,500? Too big, bro. Come on, bro. Hey, bro, Jack, take it easy, bro. Let me see. Okay, combine static drawdown. Interesting. Okay, so static drawdown. So no trading drawdown. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Okay, combine static drawdown. $75 for what? Okay. $75 for a 25K eval is one-time fee. Okay, I'm tripping, guys. I'm tripping. My fault. It's been a long morning. One-time fee. Okay, so I'm assuming no activation fee. Not too bad. How to get funded? Meet the targets. Don't break one rule. The one rule, dude. Top has more than one rule, bro. I don't know what this is about, bro. Anyways, earn a funded account. Consistency target 50%. Stupid. Profit target 2,000. Nah, bro. Bro, for a 25K account, guys, since the drawdown is so small, it should just be a 1-to-1, bro. Like you risk 1,000 or you make 1,000. So I guess this is how they're gonna make their money. I mean, but I guess that's fair. You know, I mean, whatever. $2,000. Okay, sure. Max loss limit, one rule, $1,000 static. Okay. Max contract, 2 minis, not too bad. You shouldn't be doing 2 minis, but it's how they make their money. So people blow their accounts. Resets unavailable. Express funded activation fee free. That's nice. Responsible trading advantage. Day loss limit. What? Nah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Never mind, guys. Yeah, GG's. Wrap it up. Dude, 500 guys. Okay, for Apex, the whole reason I tell you guys don't do 25K end of the account is because the drawdown, the daily loss limit is so small. Dude, how are you supposed to make $2,000 by risking $500 a day? Nah, bro, wrap it up, dude. Nah, get this out of my face, bro. Get this out of my face, dude. In fact, I'm gonna delete that message, bro. Get this shit out of my face, dude. No. Dude, $500 daily loss limit to make $2,000. Are we serious? Hell no, bro. Nah. Dude, just do the 50K accounts, bro. They're better, bro. They're better. No, I'm not saying top is a joke. It's just, bro, like, and you know, it's the same case for Apex. Like, dude, um, what's it called? Those accounts have like the NFT accounts on Apex. At least not the 50K nor 150Ks, but the what's it called? The 25Ks. It's the drawdown is too much, bro. I mean, it's too little. Yeah, guys, nah, those dude. I'm not gonna lie. I was getting hopeful. I'm like, okay, no one-time fee. You know, $2,000. That's fine. You know, it's a static drawdown. You know, not bad. Boom, $500 day loss limit. That's where you lost me. Honestly, guys, I look. If you ask me, bro, I don't even suggest trading with the daily loss limit on your accounts. It's setting you up for failure, bro. Because, dude, the thing is with these prop firms is that they know that not every trade is going to be instantly green. They know that trades are going to pull back. So if you're sizing barely even, dude, if you're barely even sizing 5 micros with any little pullback, you're getting stopped out before the trade even works out, bro. You're getting set up for failure, bro. You're getting set up for failure, bro. Nah, not for me, bro. I keep getting the 25K straight to live Phidias account. That guy's a Phidias account. Phidias. Okay, wait. So 25K straight to funded account. Make $1,500 in 2 days and get a $1,000 payout. Nah, that's too good to be true, bro. What? Phineas? Like freaking Phineas and Fern, bro? How much to put your trade? Bro, that's what my cat does all the time, bro. He's doing that as we speak. But on my other computer. What the heck is a Phineas account, bro? Freaking Phineas and Fern prop firm, bro. Phineas prop firm? Is that what it's called? Phidias. I've never heard of them. So yeah. How many cats do you guys have? I have 2, bro. What's a French prop firm? I've never really seen too many people talk about it. I'm kind of against unknown prop firms because of their problems that they always bring. So yeah, let me see. Let me catch up with the chat here. How many accounts do you trade at once and what size? I have 20. I trade 10 at a time, 50K accounts, and I trade their 50Ks. Oh yeah, I said that. Okay, 50Ks. Yeah. What stock do you invest in for long term with good dividends? The Chase one is called JEPQ. So JEPQ. Nice selling MSS on 3 minute. Yeah, we are starting to form the MSS here. So yeah, although we skipped out on this setup, we are forming some confirmations, and we are approaching a potential another setup. But we do have a little bit of a bump on the road, right? We need to dump down, right? We have a good bearish bias. We're forming a pretty bearish trend. We're forming a pretty good MSS model from bullish to bearish from 417. But as we head lower, we are approaching 274, which is a pullback. This is where we actually wanted to enter from. So what are the requirements for this trade? Well, 2 things. Well, 1 thing. Actually, wait. Yeah, 1 thing. We need to take out 274. We need to make sure that sellers are extremely strong, just how they are right now with good momentum. So we inverse to the fair value gap like butter, right? We cannot have a hiccup in this fair value gap. If we do, the trade can really mess up, right? So wait, I got a message from my mom actually. Okay. There you go. What are we doing? Oh, we're still dumping. Okay, let me actually lock in. But yeah, so we're getting some pretty good selling momentum here, which is pretty neat. But yeah, we need to. I'm not gonna tell you guys to look for shorts just yet. We need to make sure that we want to look for shorts, yes, but we need to make sure that we're able to hold below 274 first. And the thing is where the hell am I gonna put my stop loss? So if we take this trade, our first target will probably just be the VWAP. So we could probably just do like a 1-to-1 risk reward, so maybe like 60 points. Because I mean, I wouldn't have anywhere else to put my stop loss. This will be too much. This will be too much. This will be too much. So I guess 60 points would be pretty fair. So like that, we target VWAP. Boom, 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 boom. And we just target 997. Just like that. I'm a little tired. You passed your account with the trade, so I'm assuming you took the inverse off this 5-minute here. Pretty ballsy, I will say, but good trade nonetheless. Oh, I forgot to mention, guys. Back to the Magic Mouse, the Apple Magic Mouse. There's no right click. I just read it in the chat. Someone said I have the same mouse and there's no right click. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. How could I mention what? Yeah, sure. Dude, garbage ass mouse, bro. Anyways, on to the next topic. Let me see. Let me see. Someone say here, you trade? Yep. No, but I do have some setups. So far, no trades yet. Okay, then control the trap. What's your typical risk? Like $700, I would say. So about 500 to 700 per trade. I've been in shorts, top tick, good shit. David, how many micros would you use for a 1K max daily loss limit or max loss limit, no daily loss pro? Honestly, I would do 1K max loss. You should be risking $500 per trade. I'll probably do like 4 to 5 micros, to be honest. So yeah, like 4 to 5 micros. 5 micros. So how do you right click? I think you have to hold like control or something. Oh, excuse me. I think you have to hold like control on your keyboard, which is stupid. Just let me right click, bro. Like, don't try to do all that shit. Anyways, guys, we are approaching this bullish fair value gap here, in which is a really well respected fair value gap. So let's see if we can take this. You can change the settings, bro. What? You can turn on the settings. Oh, for real? I never knew that. Well, that's something, you know. Glad you can. I mean, it should be turned on automatically, but I guess so. Let me see. David, can you explain the 50K on Apex and why it's better based on the rules? I won't say that Apex has the best rules ever, but the biggest reason why I suggest Apex, well, first of all, I use them, and second of all, I've gotten payouts with them, and if you want to copy trade and make a lot of money with one payout, you can copy trade up to 20 accounts. So that's why I use Apex. But yeah. ES view up around the corner. Okay, dude, we're lucky dumping here. Hold on. ES is approaching the level of liquidity. ES is back to a bearish bias. Where's the view up? Okay, we still need to inverse this anyways. So yeah, by the time we break past the view up on ES, we should be able to be inversing the fair value compound NQ. Is it hard to set up copy trading? Not at all, bro. It's super easy. It takes like 3 seconds. Here, I'll send you the video. Actually, no, I don't even have the video. Oh, you can just do like a quick YouTube search on it. Don't shout me reverses, bro. Dude, why am I yawning so much? I'm not even that tired. Maybe I am. Cookie, do not come to my keyboard. Do not come. And that's what you're doing. Okay. Well, guys, my cat is laying in front of my Discord chat, so I can't read the Discord chat anymore. All right, Cookie, you got to get out, bro. I'm working, bro. Let's to the window. Hold on, guys. Let me second. Cookie, what you doing, little bit? Dad, go to the window. Come here. Oh, shit. There you go. All right, guys, I'm back. Cookie. Hey, what you doing? What you doing, man? All right, I'm back. And we still haven't done anything. David, camera when? I don't know. I'm camera shy. Yeah, so far, guys, we are trying to bounce off this rally gap. I mean, if we're gonna bounce off this rally gap, we might as well just bounce off 274, right? Like, why not? You know what I mean? Hey, guys, nothing yet, man. It's already 11, bro. Yeah, we are bouncing off this. I mean, to be fair, this rally gap is pretty well respected, so I'm not surprised that we are bouncing. But if we were to bounce, I mean, why not take out 274 and then bounce? Bro, why is this bounce 75 points? Dude, 75, dude, 75 points is like the new 30 points in today's market, bro. David, someone said on TikTok that that we are your liquidity and that you LARP and that you are not profitable and that your 1-to-1s are actually less. SMH. Oh, dude. Yo, I got caught, bro. I got caught, bro. You got us, guys. It's time to wrap it up. Yep, wrap it up. Wrap it up. LARP is such a stupid Gen Z word. I mean, I guess, yeah. David, do you have a stroke reading that? Bro, I'm not the best at reading, guys. You guys know English is not my first language. So, my Discord money went to your Z06. But you guys would be surprised. I don't make as much as you guys think. Like, a lot of people always say that I make like 50K a month off Discord. Bro, I don't even make half of that off Discord. I don't think you guys understand how much money I actually make off Discord. Like, I really don't. Like, no, I'm not. I still make a good amount. Like, you know, obviously, like, I put a lot of work and, but I don't make 50K a month, nor $49,999 a month. No, I don't even make half of that, bro, off Discord. Guys, I sell my premium for $10 a month. I've had this discount going on for like months. Anytime someone is about to renew, they just cancel and just renew with the $10. And then I have to pay like $3 to $4 in fees to PayPal, to Stripe, and to WAP. I'm barely making anything to the dollar, bro. So yeah, like I'm not making 50K a month. So for the people always thinking, yo, David, like, you make money off us, bro. Like barely, bro. What about Apex affiliates? Dude, I barely make anything off Apex affiliates. I still make something, like some dinner money here and there. But dude, I'm getting like, okay, look, the accounts are what, $20? I'm getting paid like, I don't know, like 10, 15%. Dude, I'm making like $2 an account, bro. And a lot of you guys don't even use Apex. A lot of you guys use Lucid, MFF. There's a lot of properties out there. So yeah, bro. I don't know if it's 10 or 15% per referral. I don't know. I don't really check that stuff. But yeah, bro, you guys will be surprised. I don't make as much as you guys think, bro. A lot of you guys are saying, dude, you make like 100K off Apex affiliates, freaking 50K off Discord a month. No, I really don't. But anyways, let me see. I got a message here. No, I didn't. Never mind. Oh, dude, my mechanic has not texted me. Neither has it gone on Facebook. Ooh, that is not good. Since when was it paying $10? I've been paying dude. I posted like every day, bro. Like literally every. I posted every single day, bro. Look, use code monthly for 80% off for a free month included with this offer. 2 months of premium for the price of $10. Again, 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 again. Like every message I posted, bro. Like there's no way you miss it, bro. Like that, bro. Like look, it's every message, bro. Like you're not gonna miss a message without it, bro. So yeah, bro. I mean, hey, if you want to renew for $50, bro, I mean, this shit, bro. You can buy me some lunch, bro. I don't mind, bro. I'm not complaining, dude. I put in a lot of work into this, guys. I could use something. You know what I mean? Nah, I was kidding. Asia session today, I would love to be honest. I really would. But we're launching the website tomorrow. And today's the last day we can really touch up on any major changes. So I'm gonna literally after the stream, I'm gonna be like mega locked in on the website. Like I need to launch this tomorrow. But don't we have to go through you? No, bro, the code is public, bro. You just look, you can literally get it right now. Look, if you use this link right here, you guys can let us get it. Like it's not a big deal. I don't really care too much, to be honest. Plus, guys, once I release the website, I'm done doing discounts anyways. So I guess take advantage of it while you can. So the website is free with the premium, or will it be like the indicator behind a paywall? No, it's gonna be free for some time while we figure that out. Because dude, I looked at our cost for what we spent on the website. I literally made the speed face, bro. It was terrible. We spent thousands on this website already, bro. My goodness, but for a good reason. All right, so I'm not complaining. I'm gonna be using the website myself too. I mean, I do make mistakes on my trading. I don't want you guys to be looking up at me like I'm some freaking robot that only wins and never makes a mistake. I make a lot of mistakes, you know. So yeah, I'm still a student to the game. You know what I mean? I'm still learning. I'm still improving my trading and everything. I missed it. What's the website for? Dude, we made a journaling platform with implemented AI into it, like a trained AI. So you journal your trades, and it includes other features too. It's not only just journaling, but the main reason for it is to journal your trades and use AI to help spot every little mistake you might be making that might be costing you money that you may not notice. Right? For example, taking profits early, holding your runners, or whatever the case may be, emotional trading, revenge trading, over trading, whatever. Right? It pretty much helps you spot it. And we train an AI model into our website to, because you know when you guys are trading, for example, let's say you catch a big win, right? You caught 40 points, right? Whatever. But the trade had room for higher into your price targets, right? It will tell you, hey, yes, you made money and we can celebrate, but we need to fix this. So what we're gonna do is in the next few trades, you're gonna write a set of rules. And anytime you journal, we want to be making sure that you have those set of rules. In fact, I can show you guys. Hold on. Let me open up the website. One sec. Now, this current version of the website, we haven't republished it, so we've added a lot more features to it. But hold on, let me see something. But it's still not public yet. We need to publish it. We're gonna publish it tonight, actually. But let me show you guys. All right. So actually, let me just. Okay. So this is pretty much gonna be the website. This is how it's gonna look like, right? Obviously, I've only journaled like a few trades because I've been journaling them on stream. This is my P&L, average win, average loss, boom, 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 all that good stuff, right? But for example, right? Let me show you guys, right? So based off my current journal, right? If you guys go to my journal, well, you can't. I'm gonna show you guys my journal. You know what I mean? You can see that there's a leaks page that will tell you like, hey, with this trade, you made this mistake, boom, 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 and you can coach it. But that's not the main part. If you go to the journal tab, right, you will see that I caught a win, a loss, and a win and a win. But with these mistakes, even with the wins, I'm making the mistake of cutting my profits too early. As you guys may or may not know, my trading style, you guys may notice with my trades, I have price targets, but as the trade runs up in profits near the price targets, I tend to take profits a lot earlier. It's just a habit that I have, right? So what the website did was, as it was looking through all my trades in the journal, right, it actually spotted that I'm leaving profits on the table, right? So as you guys see here, it'll coach you, all that good stuff. It'll see the entries, you cut the winner short, late entry, hopeful trade, skip the checklist, bad fill, I had fear on this trade, I cut the winner short, etc. So one of my more common mistakes that I make is cutting my winner short, right? So if you go to the dashboard, we've made sure to make dozens of practices to help improve this mistake. So when the AI model or when the website actually notices a mistake, you'll see that in your dashboard, anytime that you log in during the morning, afternoon, or nighttime, is going to give you daily practices to help improve this mistake that you're constantly making so you can become more consistent, if that makes sense. Right? So for example, one of my more common mistakes is, and I will admit, yes, this is actually true, I cut my winners a little bit short. I take profits pretty early, right? This is a style that I've always had in my whole trading career, right? So my AI model or my website has actually identified this, and for your pattern, cutting winner short hit 2 of your last 10 trades. I've only journaled like 4 trades, right? This drill closes that gap. So what it's doing is it's giving you a drill to help fix this mistake. All right, guys. So, and there's other things that you could do here. Like, there's a full day, we made it pretty fun. You know what I mean, to journal your trades. We made streaks. You can, if you're too lazy to type your entries, you can import it from your broker. You can view your P&L, if you're, copy trading or whatever, you could put, hey, I copy traded 1, 2, 3, 5, 20, 50 accounts, whatever, and it'll display your account here. I mean, your P&L, so you can share it, in the server. What else? There's a trade score if you want to, like if you're going to take a setup and you're not really sure of your rules, or, maybe you have a new strategy, You could type the strategy here, and anytime you take a setup and you want to make sure everything is confirmed, you go here. It will give you like a checklist. Hey, how's the setup looking like? Why do you like it? What are you seeing? Exactly. Let me show you guys. For example, right here, right? So here we're using the IFG setup, right? So we go next, right? What market are we trading? What direction? What session? What model are we using? Is it a bullish, bearish? Whatever. We need to fix this a little bit, right? Next, all the rules. Is it all checked out? Boom. Yeah, it's all checked out. Whatever, right? Here's the setup, and then this will actually apply to your journal, right? So if you want to journal the before the trade happens and after the trade happens, it will track it here, right? Boom. Right? Is there any news going on? Yellow folder, red, orange folder, red folder. What's the estimated risk on the setup? All that good stuff. And how are you feeling before you take the trade? All that good stuff, right? This tracks your trade before you enter it, so you know what to grade your setup in terms of confidence, right? Let me ask you guys, where does your confidence come from? Right? It's not just you being like, oh, I'm confident. I'm feeling good today. I'm confident. No, it comes from a set of rules, right? So all this does is it makes sure that you're actually following your rules and everything is lining up perfectly, right? So it's just on paper, pretty much. We're working on a backtesting feature, which we're trying to implement TradingView's API into our website, like TradeZilla. But dude, it costs so much money, bro. So we're gonna do it soon, but yeah. Anyways, we have a prop firms tab, which you guys know I'm always promoting Apex, but we made sure that we don't do this like very like biased, if that makes sense. So we made sure to mention like most of the more popular prop firms, and when you guys answer these questions, it's gonna like no bias, nothing. It's gonna tell you, hey, this prop firm matches your trading style. So for example, if you like to take profits quick, maybe I don't know, Top Step is for you, right? It will tell you, hey, Top Step is for you because of this set of rules. So for example, you click on Top Step, right, and you click Explore Top Step, it will literally tell you all of the reasons why it matches your trading style, right? So it will tell you all the accounts, all the rules, all the what we love. We made sure that we listed all the good for Top Step and all that good stuff. So if you guys don't know what prop firm to use, or if you want to try a new one but you don't know which one to try out based off your trading style, whether you like to hold your trades, have a big drawdown, have a small drawdown, or whatever, right? You can ask the 7-question thing here, and it will tell you which prop firm you can use. Pretty sweet, right? We have evaluations, which is just another way to journal your evaluation accounts instead of your live accounts. We have a futures calculator, which I'm going to be using a lot, right? So when I'm taking my trades, you can always go here, go to micro futures. We're trading M&Q, and you just type how many contracts, how much you're risking, and what you're targeting, and it'll tell you how much you're going to make and how much you're going to risk. Pretty neat, right? We have a journal tab. Obviously, it's the whole point of the website. We have a performance tab, which will show you like we're going to have this performance tab actually email you every day and every week. Tell you, hey, here's what you're doing right. Hey, here's what you're doing wrong. Try fixing this. It's like a little reminder, pretty much. And if you want to look deeper into it, all your stats will all be here, right? What mistakes are you making? What's your weakness? What are your strengths, right? It will tell you everything here, right? Here are some more mistakes, all that good stuff. And we also made some lessons in which you guys can click, which I'll get into in just a second. We have a calendar. If you want to check your P&L, boom, right? I've only journaled these 2 days, so yeah. Economic news. You don't have to go to Forex Factor anymore. We've actually linked all of the websites that you possibly need to be on the website, so you have it all in one place. Strategies. You need to write this down. So the AI model actually knows what strategy you trade. Because if you don't have a strategy, it's gonna be like, okay, well, what are your rules? Like, what are you looking for? You know what I mean? So you guys need to make sure these are not pre-written. I wrote this out myself. I'm more than glad to share this with you guys if you guys want it. But I'll do that once we release the website. So if you guys trade my model, I'll send you these two. I already placed the context, how to find your buys, how to place your stop loss, take profit, how to find your entry, invalid conditions, when you shouldn't be trading the strategy, and your checklist, right? Your rules. And then I made sure to make a picture of the chart on how the model should look like when you're trading it, right? Same thing goes with fair value gaps, right? Same case, retracement model, right? So yeah, this is all pre-written. I can share this with you guys later on in the day, right? Library. This is gonna be very crucial for you guys, right? If you go to the journal tab, anytime you guys make any little mistake that you think is so niche, we make sure to review it. So for example, right? Let's use this trade, for example, right? This trade was a beautiful winning trade. I made $1,389, but I had a bad risk reward and I cut my winner short, right? So if you scroll down, you guys will actually see here that our AI model, I'm going to say our coach, right, is actually suggesting some guides on how to make this trade look a lot better, right? For example, this trade, if you tune into my stream or didn't, right, you guys may know that, yes, it was a beautiful trade. It ran to our price targets and everything. But for my first scales, which was right here, I took a 0.4 risk reward, which is not very good, right? So I did definitely cut my winner a little bit short here, right? So if you scroll down here, the main key things that it's telling me to learn is cutting the winner short. This is a guide. If you click on this, it will show you. You can set it as a focus if you want to watch it for later. Markers complete once you've already read it, or back test it, which we're still working on it, right? It will show you, what it is, how it works, the checklist, the rules on how to fix it, the deep dive, getting deeper into it on how to fix it, all that good stuff. It's a full-on guide that we went ahead and worked on for you guys, all right? And some takeaways and all that good stuff. We can set it as markers complete, right? So that means that, that you already reviewed this guide. You don't have to mark it as complete, but, whatever, right? Back to library, or back to journal, right? Another mistake that we made with this trade, right? We actually scaled in and out a little bit too early. We need to practice and improve our scaling in and out to our price targets, so you can read a guide on it on how to actually do it and actually back test it, right? And then obviously, if you want to read more stuff, we've made over 49 lessons on fear, FOMO, tilt, boredom trading, cutting winners short, letting losers run too much, risk reward, position sizing, reading market structure, the trend, the list goes on and on. We've done everything here. All right, guys, we've even done it for options and, just in general stuff, right? Risk rules. You guys need to put this here so the website knows. For example, if you guys are going to journal before you take a trade, if you're breaking your rules, for example, if you take more trades than what your rules show you for the day, it will send you an email, and it'll actually give you an alert on the website saying, hey, you're breaking your rules, right? You should probably not take this trade. You know what I mean? Because, you've already taken 3 trades. You've already taken 2 losses, whatever the case may be, right? So you guys need to fill this out when you guys make your account, all right? It's a few rules, but this will definitely help you guys fix your over trading, emotional trading, and so on, right? It will literally tell you, hey, get off. And it will also send you an email just in case you're not paying attention, right? What else? We added a friends listing, where you guys can add your friends, compare charts, chart together, help each other out, I feel like it's a pretty unique thing. Connect. This is just so you guys can find all of our socials. Affiliate. Oh yeah, well, we're doing an affiliate tab. So if you guys help us grow, we will pay you 20% for life. Like, as long as the person stays subscribed, to the website, you can make 20% of the sale. So yeah. So for example, let's say you invite, 20 people. After you invite 5 people, we bump it up to 25%. After you invite 30 people, we bump it up to 20 people, we bump it up to 30%. So you could be making, I know it's not much, it's nothing crazy, but if you invite 20 people, you could be making nearly $200 a month that we just pay you out every month. You know what I mean? And yeah, the more you make, the more people you invite, the more they stay subscribed to the website, and the more they use it, the more money you can make. So yeah, if you invite freaking 100 people, you can make $1,000 a month. We'll just pay you out, or $870. I mean, but yeah. If you guys want to help us out to grow, obviously I'm a little bit nervous, So promoting, I'm not the best at promoting. I don't have social media or anything. So, this is where you guys can definitely help out and get paid. You know what I mean? So yeah, obviously all the rules are here. You share your link, pretty simple. Someone signs up and you make money. That's simple. So this is just a way that, we can market a lot better. And then, if you have an audience, this is invite only, where we'll give you your own code and all that good stuff. And that's pretty much it, to be honest. I'm sure there's gonna be more to it because we haven't updated the site. But as far as this goes, guys, it's pretty neat. So I'm really hoping you guys enjoy this website as much as we do. I'm definitely gonna be using it a lot, especially to help better my trading as well. Because yes, you guys see all the consistent wins and everything, but we still make mistakes, right? There's still mistakes that we are making with these winning trade. So yeah, it's just a way to. And there's more to it. I never really showed you guys, but if you go to the journal website, there's more tabs here. If you guys see right here, there's a tab called leaks, right? This is pretty much a tab where it focuses on showing you, hey, even though you got a winning trade, or hey, even though you got a losing trade, you're losing more money than you should be losing, or you're not making as much money as you should be making. And this tab is pretty much just a tab where the coach or the AI model pretty much just looks into your trades, and it tells you what you're doing wrong, how much money you're leaving on the table, and how you can fix it. And if you go here, coach my biggest leak, which is cutting my winner short, right? It pretty much gives you like a commitment thing where for the next few trades, whether it's the next 5, 10, 15, or 20 trades, you should be committed to this one rule no matter what, and see what outcome it gives you. whether it improves it or not, right? And if you don't commit to this and you're journaling, once you already written this commitment and what you will or will not do here, right? As you're journaling, since the coach already has this in the system, it will look through all of your trades, all of your new trades for the next 5, 10, or 15 or 20 trades, and it'll say, hey, you're not following your commitment. So you're going to keep making this mistake. You're still making this mistake, right? So the whole point of this website, guys, is to hold you accountable for your mistakes, your rules, your mistakes, everything that could possibly be affecting your trading. It will hold you accountable and it will help you fix it if you put in the work. All right, guys. Like I always said, a lot of traders like TGR, me, RP, or Karabi or Lonzo, whoever you may follow with your trades, all of them always say the best way to improve your trading and actually become more consistent is to journal. But they don't mention how to journal your trades. What do you put? Like, is it emotions? Is it trading? Is it charts? We went ahead and did that for you guys and made a website. So all you need to do is log in, follow the guide, and you journal your trades. As simple as that, guys. All right. So hopefully you guys are, hopefully you guys are excited for this. We are releasing this tomorrow. For the most part, it is done. We're just making sure that the website is running pretty smooth. But yeah, guys, we spent so much money and so much time on this, man. I really, really hope you guys really enjoy this and learn something new. You know what I mean? So yeah, I really hope you guys, looks awesome. Thank you. But yeah, obviously looks is one thing, but I want you guys to actually experience the website. So tomorrow when we launch it, it's gonna be completely free for a long time. So you guys can use it. Use it and learn and maybe give us some suggestions if you think something will be better. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, if you go to your notifications tab, you might be wondering, David, why do I have 6 notifications on a journal tab, on a journal website? What the heck? What can I be getting notified with? Guys, this is your coach. This is your coach telling you, hey, you know what I mean? Here's some tips. Here's some practices for this week on what you should focus based off your journaling. Some tips. What your journal has told me, and some practices for today's routine. If you do this every day, we make sure to align it with your model. So if you're struggling with emotional trading, your daily routine should be focused on obviously emotional trading, how you should fix it, how you can fix it, what the coach is noticing, and so on. Right? For me, my main issue is cutting my winners short. Right? I scale out too early instead of holding for the full price target. Right? And I'll be honest, yeah, that's one of my biggest mistakes, right? But it will literally show you how it will give you daily practices on how to fix it, right? And all that good stuff. So yeah, you know what I mean? And we encourage you guys to use this website pretty much every morning, like a pre-market prep, like what are you looking for the morning, whatever the case may be. While you trade, before you take a trade, like, are you seeing what you like? How's the conviction? It's just like a little checkup, pretty much. I mean, to make sure you guys are following your rules and not taking random trades. And then after the market closes, close the day with one honest sentence. These questions cycle around, but rate the day. I mean, this helps you identify what days you're good at trading and what days you're bad at trading. Maybe you're good at trading choppy days. Maybe you're good at trading volatile days. Whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So yeah, this also helps you out a lot more, guys. All right, and yeah, for the most part, that's the website. You know what I mean? So yeah. Anyways, guys, hold on. My cat is meowing. One sec. Cookie. Guys, I'm back. My freaking cat wants to play, bro. But yeah, someone said, "Yo, David, add Fortnite to it, and I'll think about it." Bro, all right. But yeah, I really hope you guys are excited, and it's also a way to make money too. I mean, if you guys want to help us promote and grow our brand, as you guys may or may not know, I'm trying to rebrand this Discord into a more professional type of community, some community that we can help each other out and really learn instead of just trading. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you guys want to help out and become an affiliate and everything, you can always share your link. Maybe you have a big audience that you can make money from. You know what I mean? So yeah, David, have you ever heard of Take Profit Trader? Oh, of course, bro. It's one of the most prof, the most well-known platforms out there. Is Summit Profit a scam? Am I too late to this? Summit Profit. Is that a platform? Wait, no, isn't that what RP? That's what RP uses. I've never used it myself. But if RP uses it, I'm sure he has a pretty big audience. I don't think he'll scam you guys. Blast, when did you have your first 500K month? Dude, I'm not even like 1% close to that, having a 500K month, bro. Come on now, bro. What's gonna be the new name of the Discord? It's gonna be the same name as the website. Once again, we're not changing anything, guys. So when you guys hear the word rebrand, don't get scared, please. We're not changing anything. I'm still gonna be live trading. In fact, I'm gonna add my friend into the server. He's an amazing trader, and this is a guy that I've known literally since I was a baby. So yeah, he's a trader too. He's gotten a lot of payouts, and he trades my model. So maybe some days when I can't make it or whatever, or maybe I would want to take the day off, he can always tune in and trade with you guys. It's the same thing. He's a really good trader. Like you guys know, I wouldn't put you guys on with some random person. You know what I mean? But yeah, since he helped me out, he helped me make the website, and he's helping me kind of run the server. He's a really cool guy. Like you guys will love him. This guy has been my friend for like decades, dude. Like forever. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm pretty excited. Oh, wait a minute. According to information released by the Dutch Authority for the Financial Markets, the Netherlands, Summit Profit has been officially added to the regulators' blacklist due to fraud and other types of misconduct. Ooh, that is not good. Where'd you find that? Where's the link to that? That's actually pretty interesting. Anyways, someone's here. David, are you Jewish? No, I wait. Do Jewish people believe in God? I think that's a whole other religion, right? Guys, look, I'm sorry. I'm slow. I hope I didn't offend anyone. But no, I believe in God. I'm Christian. I am Christian, so no, I'm not Jewish. Trading resuming Friday. No, guys. For those that don't know, guys, I said guys like 4 times in like the span of 3 seconds. Oh my goodness, bro. Anyways, I'm gonna say it again, guys. The markets on Fridays are closed, guys. I said it again. The markets on Friday is closed. Okay, guys, do not trade Friday. Do not get on. Why? It is July 3rd, the day before 4th of July. It's a holiday. The markets will be closed on Friday. Okay, guys. So enjoy your day off. You know what I mean? So yes, please do not get on Friday. Seriously, just enjoy the day off, please. David, do you like the NFL? Dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't like any sport out there, bro. Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't know whether I'm Catholic or Christian. I don't even know the difference, bro. I believe in God. I mean, that's as much as I can say. I always get them confused, bro. I always ask my mom, bro. I'm like, am I Catholic or am I Christian? Because I was raised like that, but I did as don't know, bro. David, Hispanics are mainly Catholic. Okay, I guess I'm Catholic. I don't know. I believe in God. I don't know what that's. You know. Should I buy a take profit trader account? I mean, review the rules. If it aligns with your trading model, sure, why not? Yeah. If you don't like the rules, then there's always other firms out there. That's funny. Do you go to church? Sometimes. I mean, if I'm around there, yeah. Like I'll go to church with my mom. Christian is generally good since Catholics follow other gods. Well, I don't know, dude. I'm not too educated on the whole religion thing, bro. How many rosaries and pictures of Jesus are in your parents' house? Good question. Quite a bit, bro. And in my house too, bro. When I moved in, bro, that's the first thing. Bro, anytime I get a new car or anything, bro, my mom always puts like the what's it called, the what's the necklace called? It's the rosary, right? Is that what it's called? She always puts it in my car, bro. She's like, oh yeah, it's like so you're protected and everything. So yeah, all of my cars have the cross on it, bro. And then when I moved in, she put it in the front as well. Like when you walk in, you'll see it. Does your website say that Apex is the best prop for your strategy? No, I did put that Apex is one that we suggest. Doesn't mean we're affiliated with them, or we are affiliated with them. We're not partnered with them, like under contract. But you guys always know I'm always suggesting Apex. So if it's my website, I'm gonna be putting like, hey, I personally suggest Apex. But if you're answering the questions, don't worry. Like it's not gonna be like putting Apex in your face. Like if you say that your rules don't align with Apex, like let me show you guys. Hold on, I could just show you guys how it's gonna be. Hold on. Trade Critic, log in. Okay, let me show you guys. So like if you go to the prop firm tab, if you guys don't know what firm to use, you can always go down here and just answer the questions. So for example, I'll answer for myself, right? So how long do I typically hold a trade? Like a few minutes. I honestly seconds to minutes, to be honest. Yeah, seconds to minutes. Sometimes I take skills really quick. Yeah, seconds to minutes. How many trades do you take in a typical session? 1 to 3. How do you feel about a daily hard loss limit? I don't want them, so I avoid them. What account size do you want to be funded at? 25 to 50K, that's the one that I always use. How much complexity, rules, and consistency requirements bother you, right? It's a deal breaker. You want a prop firm with the simplest rules. I'll read the fine print. Some complexity is fine if the payout is worth it. For example, Apex has a lot of rules, but the payouts are definitely worth it. Or it doesn't bother me. I don't really care what rules the firm has. I'll trade whatever. For me, to be honest, some complexity is fine if the payout is worth it, right? So for me, it's that. What's your biggest budget for getting funded? As cheap as possible. The mid range is fine, or you want a good prop firm that costs a little bit of money, right? I would say, to be honest, I like cheap. To be honest, I'll say cheap, right? How does a proven payout track record matter, right? Do you want a new prop firm with no payout track record, or do you want a prop firm with proven payout records? Obviously, for me, it's everything. I want the longest, most proven payout history. Boom, right? And what matters the most to you? Is it hold time? How it fits your trade? Do you care about loss limits? What matters the most to me? Honestly, I would say payout track record, simple rules, low. Oh, just two. Okay, well, I guess two picked. To be honest, I would say I would say simple rules. Show my matches. And then here it will show you all the firms. Obviously, since I answered everything for me, I'm a quick scalper and everything. And it's not only saying, okay, here, buy Apex. No, it will literally tell you why you should get it, right? It will tell you with all the answers that you guys put in the questions. It will literally tell you why it matches your answers, right? It's a whole time, seconds to minutes. Apex is a good firm to scalp, right? Trade frequent, it's one to three trades, pretty strong, right? And I'll give you all the reasons as to why. Simple rules, excellent. Low cost. Obviously, Apex is the cheapest out there, or one of the cheapest, and Apex has a really good payout track record, which is also excellent, right? So it will literally tell you a whole list as to why it's a good firm, right? And then this is mainly weighted by payout track record and simple rules, which if you want to edit it, you always can. Right. And then obviously there's other firms, which if maybe, I don't know, some of you guys maybe don't like Apex, right? There's other firms in which you guys can also trade, like Lucid is a pretty good one with the answers that we put, or even Alpha is pretty good, right? Lucid has a better fit than Alpha, but Alpha is still pretty much up there, right? So if you click on Lucid, it will tell you why this firm is a good firm, right? It will tell you, and you can even visit it, right? If you want to go straight to the website, right? We put why we love the firm, why it's a good firm, all that good stuff. The rules, it will give you all the rules, 3 products, end of day trading on every product, 90-10 split, and all that good stuff. Account pricing, they have a 25K account, 50K, 100K, and 150K. They have a Lucid Flex account, 25K, Lucid Direct, and everything. So we made sure to make this very, very organized. All right, guys. And we even give you a tip on how to pass Lucid with their given rules, right? So yeah, we made sure to organize everything, guys. All right. I've been waiting 2 weeks for a payout from Alpha. Just trying content. I'm not really too familiar with Alpha. Like I've never even looked into them. But yeah. And then you can also look into Alpha, which also gives you the rules, what to look out for. So yeah. It's a newer firm, it tells you when it launched and everything, you know what I mean? And they have their account, their zero accounts, their premium accounts, their premium no fee accounts, advanced. I don't know too much about the Alpha accounts. My friend did this one, but yeah, and then obviously we made sure here how to put, premium is, look, for example, for Alpha futures, if you guys trade with Alpha, it says here the premium accounts, which I guess is like the tier, I guess. The premium accounts is the cheapest, but blocks trading news and runs an eval consistency rule. And that's not very good, right? So yeah, it tells you the pros and cons with these firms, how to pass them the best way, and all that good stuff. So yeah, if you guys don't know what firm to use, you can always go here and it will pretty much tell you all that good stuff. You know what I mean? And you can always reset it if you want new rules. But yeah, pretty neat, right, guys? I hope you guys are excited for it. Yeah, we have so far on the list we have Apex, Alpha, Tradify, Top Step, Lucid, MyFunded Futures, Take Profit Trader. Right. So yeah, I don't know if you guys. Sounds like you guys did a lot of work. Whew, tell me about it, bro. We've been working on this website for months, and we spent thousands of dollars developing this thing, dude. So I really hope it's good. I really hope it comes out good. Fund the next. I don't know. I've heard a few things about Fund the next. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, what else have I not shown? Yeah, pretty much shown. I showed most things. Obviously, there's more features to the website. I'm not gonna be giving you guys like a whole on. Oh, by the way, when you guys go into the website, there is a way. Oh, by the way, if you guys need help with contacting us, which is just me and my friend, you guys can always contact us here. If you need help, just frequently ask questions and guides. And there is a replay tutorial here, right? So if you guys, when you guys first sign up to the website, it's going to show you around the website as well, right? So, I know right now I'm like shoving everything in front of you guys. So it's like, oh, there's this and this and this and this and this. No, don't worry, guys. When you sign into the website, we make sure to make a tutorial on what everything does, what features it has, and how it can improve for you, right? So this is how you log a trade. This is what, your journaling streak. So, you make sure that you're encouraged to journal. This is your daily practice, some drills to better your trading daily, your stats. We made sure to make sure, that everything is well organized for you guys. All right. So yeah, hopefully you guys are excited for this. I mean, even if this website is a flop, which I really hope it's not, I'm praying it's not, but because it has so much potential to help you guys out. But even if it's not, bro, I'm so happy with what we made, bro. Like, this could really change lives. You know what I mean? It could really help a lot of people improve. And if it doesn't help people improve, it could definitely help me improve. You know what I mean? So yeah, and then obviously, as you guys see, this is the whole tutorial, right? It's pretty long because there's a lot of features with the website, but yeah, we made sure to make this very, very clean. Your strength, weaknesses, mistakes. It shows you everything and what it does, right? So yeah, I hope you guys are gonna learn. You know what I mean? Hopefully, man. But yeah, even if you guys don't use it, I'm gonna use it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be improving my trading if you guys don't. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna be using this. So no matter what, even though I invested thousands in this website, it's thousands invested into a better education, even for my own trading. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm very, very excited for this. You know what I mean? And then yeah, the tutorial goes on and on. How it works, what everything does. Prop firms. All that good stuff. So yeah, man, it's pretty nice. You know what I mean? But yeah, enough of that. What's the market doing? Absolutely nothing. Okay, I might get off soon, guys. I'm not gonna. I need that, David. I'm telling you, bro. It's gonna be good, guys. So yeah, once again, we're gonna release it tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Unless something bad happens today, which God forbid, please, Heavenly Father, please don't. I mean, I hope everything goes super, super smooth. But yeah. But yeah. Are you gonna trade Asia tonight? Tomorrow night? Maybe tomorrow. Yeah. If anything, I could probably trade Asia tomorrow. Yeah. The whole reason why I didn't trade Asia last night and I'm not gonna be trading Asia tonight is because, once again, I have to work on the website. So once the website is released tomorrow, you guys are using it. There's not much more I need to do other than just wait for feedback. I mean, so yes, probably tomorrow I will be. I'll probably be trading Asia tomorrow if there's nothing good for the New York session. Yo, David, you said this before. You might add an extra confluence like bookmap into your trading. When do you think you would add that extra confluence to your trading, if any? Dude, to be honest, bro, I would love to add bookmap to my trading, but dude, I need to learn it, bro. It takes time. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you guys, oh, I watched a 10-minute bookmap tutorial, I'm qualified to trade it. No, I need months of data, months of backtesting, months of using it to actually tell you guys that I'm qualified for it. I mean, so I'm not gonna be larping the freaking bookmap, bro. Alert if you catch a trade, of course. Scratch that DM. Yo, all right, bro. No, bro. Of course I alert, bro. Guys, guys, I don't think you guys understand this. I have never taken a trade without alerting it. Like never, never. Even if I enter the trade and I'm late to alerting it, I'm still gonna put it out. It shows transparency. You know what I mean? I promise you guys, I don't remember the last time that I've taken a trade without alerting it. Someone said, "Oh, thank you, baby, for doing that." All right, bro. I might just have to not alert any more trades, bro. Is the setup still viable? Yes, bro. The setup is still good, but it's just we're a little bit far away from it now. So we need price to kind of dump a little bit more. But yeah, guys. Either way, bro, I'm seeing the stream, guys. A lot of you guys are getting off already. So a lot of you guys are probably calling it a day or maybe a morning session. And I might do the same thing. I want to go get some fresh air. I want to go stretch, bro. I woke up and I got straight to trading, bro. So yeah, I need to move around. You know what I mean? Your boy has been sitting here in the office, freaking trading nothing. So yeah, guys. So far, no trades yet this morning. But honestly, I prefer like this. We're green on the week. Maybe not too much, but we are definitely green on the week. And I'm sure we can get some good setups. It's just a matter of time till one comes around. You know what I mean? Now, I do want to do a little bit more research on RP's the broker that RP is using, because apparently someone said that they added it to a what is called blacklist due to fraud. So I do need to do some research on that. I'm actually pretty curious as to what happened there. Because like I'm saying, why would RP promote a scammy prop? I mean, not prop firm, broker. I don't know. I'll do some research. I'll see what that is. I mean, just I want to be safe. Guys, you guys know me, bro. I am, if there's something I don't like, I will always tell you. You guys are my community. You guys are my people. You guys are the people that show up every single day and are here with me. You know what I mean? I'm never gonna say you guys up. You know what I mean? So when I'm suggesting something or whatever, I always need to make sure it's good. If it's not good, no, I don't care how much money there is. I mean, so yeah. Sometimes companies are doing things you always know comes out later. Yeah, that's why. Why do you guys think I never suggest new firms? I always tell you guys when a new prop firm comes out, give it a few months. If it's still there in a few months, there's your green flag. If it's not, you avoid yourself, a big loss, right? Whether it's stolen credit cards, whether it's a rug pull from the firm. I mean, I don't know. For my OGs in here, do you guys ever remember what happened with fast track trading? Dude, gone, bro. Millions of dollars, no payouts, no nothing. Everyone was buying evals. Boom, they kept all the money. Bye-bye. They left. Guess what? Everyone talked about it for 3 days. The guy kept the millions of dollars. He got threatened. Boom. Dude, when people threaten people online, nothing ever happens, right? So yeah, he got threatened, whatever. And dude, guess what? He's a multi-millionaire now without having to worry about anything. Gone, literally gone. Fast track trading, gone. And there's other firms out there and that's why I always tell you guys. And guess what? I told you guys about that prop firm before anything happened. I told you guys, look, this prop firm is a little bit new. Please be careful. They look a little bit suspicious, and they're avoiding paying people out. Don't buy them yet. Give them some time to fix the issues. And guess what? A few weeks later, rug pull. Everyone's begging for the money back. Someone spent $50K, they can't get it back. Gone. Dude, all that thing was on Twitter, bro. It was terrible. So I always tell you guys, look, when something new comes out, be careful. Do your research, right? Yes, you can use it. I'm not saying you can't, but do your research. Make sure everything is being ran properly. All right. The last thing you guys want is your favorite influencer to screw you over, right? So it's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? You guys know I have morals, right? I believe in God. I have morals. It's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? So yeah. Let me see. I got my first ever payoff from fast track trading. Then they went bust before my second one. Dude, yeah, it was a shame, bro, because dude, so many influencers were out there were promoting them like crazy, bro. It looked like a promising firm, but guess what, bro? The rules were too good to be true. They weren't paying people out, and it was too new. There's no payout history, right? So that's why we make sure with our journaling website, we make sure to put, hey, do you care about a payout history? That's very important. So yeah. But other than that, guys, to be honest, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. I don't want to hold you guys in here for too long. I might just get off, bro. The market is barely moving. We're approaching lunch hour. It's gonna get very slow for the next hour or two. We still have our setups, which is not a big, which is a good thing. But can we take it though? Like, can we dump eventually during the PM session? You know what I mean? So we can take the setup. So yeah, for now, guys, so far cash day honestly better than being red. So I'll take it. I'm not mad about it. I'm sure a setup will come eventually. So whenever that comes around, obviously I'll be on the charts, and if I see something, I will alert it. But for now, guys, I'm gonna go make some food, drink some water. You guys stay hydrated and get some fresh air outside. All right, guys. Once I come back, I'm gonna see if we dump down, or maybe we can even approach this Fair Valley Cup up here and maybe get a trade for the PM session. All right. But yeah, if not, then I'll come back tomorrow. Once again, I would trade Asia tonight, but I have to work on the website to release it tomorrow, so I'm gonna be very busy with that. All right, guys. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna get off. You guys go get some fresh air. One thing I will tell you guys is feel free to close your charts. You don't have to be glued to the charts. I'll be watching it. If I see something, I'll let you know. Like, hey, there's a setup. Get back on the charts. Let's trade together. All right. If you don't hear from me, that means that there's no setup. All right. Feed your cat for me, bro. Dude, that guy is obese, bro. Get those. Oh yeah, I gotta get the axles. Let me call my mechanic real quick. Dude, bro. The thing is with Facebook, bro, it's like I'm sending the guy the message, and typically when you send the message, it's like WhatsApp, right? Where the check mark goes gray. But the check mark is white. So it's like I'm sending the message, but the guy's not even getting it, bro. So I guess I'll just call my mechanic. The guy knows him, so I guess so. All right, well, I'll see you guys soon. All right, guys. Hopefully soon. If a setup comes around. If not, we come back tomorrow. Simple. All right, guys. As long as we're green, we're good. All right, guys. But yeah, I'll see you guys then. All right, guys. Peace, guys. If anything, I'll let you guys know if I see a setup. All right. Peace, guys. Peace.